Peace, peace. You're now tuned in to the livest show, and this is Spooky Hours. Make sure you pound that like button. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Get those likes up. We gonna talk about it. Salute to the Rec Mob. Salute to SJ. I see you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the Rec Mob. Gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude. Always. Oh, salute to V Trill on the super chat. Thanks. Pardon me. Peace.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, is this MRecktv?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, MReck.
I'm good. What's happening with you? Who this?
This is Monica. So, MReck, and I'm
Monica.
calling from Florida.
Momo from Florida. I got you
Yes,
locked in.
Momo.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so the world will be blown to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
In what sense? Are we talking about biblical sense because it's so much sin upon the world?
Well, I'm gonna play the audio
or just
for
in
you.
general?
This is coming from the former press. Hold on one second. I saw this earlier. Let me pull it up. I only could play a little bit from the interview. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Came out a few days ago.
Because they just had a big CERN thing, and it had a clock, and the clock was winding around, and, you know, they were doing their satanic worship at that CERN place, like they were opening up some more portals and stuff, and I seen that today. It was posted on somebody's channel, and, you know, it's a little crazy. They crazy.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Hold on one second. I'm about to pull up this audio so you can hear it for yourself. All right.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Why is it not playing from the internal part of the computer? I should be hearing it. Oh, that's why. I gotta share it real quick.
Okay.
I got you. There you go. Let's go.
No world.
Oh man. I don't know. It's not playing from the internal part of the computer. Hold on one second. Let me try to fix my settings.
Okay.
Oh man, this is bothering me.
So I don't think that we are gonna be affected by the explosion, or if it may be an explosion, because we are God's people. He looks just like us. Now, those individuals that are not doing what they're supposed to do, turning against just sinning, selling their soul, doing all of that stuff, yeah, they're not going to be with us. But those that are pretty much doing what they're supposed to do, being positive, praying, and just lean into his everlasting words. Like, he's going to make a way for us to not even be fazed by any explosion. It's just like when he parted the Red Sea for the Israelites to walk through all of that because they were lost. It's going to be the exact same way.
Got you.
But except this is going to be by chariots. And don't let that go over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Chariots with the fire at the bottom.
I hear that.
So, the Bible is displaying everything. If you don't have an apocrypha, you need to pick up that apocrypha. King James Version, 1611, Maccabees, all of those lost books. It really breaks it down in details and just pretty much everything. And they know they know who we are. They know who we are.
Facts. I appreciate you tapping in.
Yes. Thank you so much for taking my call, and you have a blessed week.
You too. Have a blessed week.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You
All right.
too.
Peace. So I was trying to play this Donald Trump audio where he mentions the world is gonna get blown into pieces. So I'm gonna just have to say it because for some reason it's not playing internally. Maybe I could play it from my phone. Hold on one second. I'll do that. I'll play the audio from my phone. It's different ways. Oh, my bad. It's crazy. This shit started playing Michael Jackson. That. They ain't gonna let me ride on that. Pardon sub, yo. I'm getting the show together. Call me up, 310-598-2974. Let me play this audio real quick. Hold on one second. Let me go to my here we go. Let me see. I got y'all right now. Here we go. I'm gonna bring it up.
With no world, the world is going to be blown to pieces. We have stupid people now running our country. The world is going to be blown to pieces.
All right. So y'all can elaborate on what the former pres said. And he said it's going to be blown to pieces due to stupid people running the country. Let's get it. Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky. Mute your audio, please. Hello? Mute your audio.
Hello?
Yeah, mute your audio, fam.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, you live.
Yeah, I was calling because I've been watching your show for weeks and months or whatever, and I thought I'd call in or whatever. I got plenty of ghost stories or whatever that I've been seeing them since 2000.
Okay, state your name and where you calling from, fam.
My name's Brandon. I'm calling from Cincinnati.
Salute. Shouts to the whole Cincinnati. Pardon self.
Okay. Back in 2001, I was living in these projects called English Woods. They were saying it's built on the cemetery or whatever. So, I was going through a lot of different things. It got to a point where I couldn't be by myself at night. So my baby mother get mad at me. She would leave, not come home at night. So around 9 o'clock that night, I knew she wasn't coming home. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep early. I ended up waking up about 2:45 in the morning. Kept setting my alarm, backwards or whatever. Seeing spirits walk down through my hallway or whatever, trying to ignore it. And so about 6:02 that morning, I cut the TV off, laid down in the bed. Faced the wall. Felt the spirit come from the living room or whatever as fast as it could ever come. And it came and it started swinging my bedroom door. The thing about my bedroom door was that, most doors got 3 hinges or whatever. The top hinge was messed up, so you would have to lift the door up to shut the door. Mm-hmm. So I'm seeing the spirit just swinging the door just back and forth with no problem. My whole body went in shock. I never knew what shock was until then. I could only move my eyes. And so I'm seeing the door swinging. I had a 50-foot phone cord. I had a landline back then, so I had a 50-foot phone cord coming from the living room to the bedroom. I'm looking down. I see the cord ain't budging, but the door swinging. Then I seen like a mist or like a mist of smoke or something come from behind the door, and it made a noise and started growling. And so all I could think of is, jump out the window. I stayed on the first floor, so my eyes looking right to the right of me, like jump out the window, but I can't move. Feel like other spirits holding me down, but I couldn't see them. So I'm trying to fight to move, And I finally got my neck back. When I got my neck back, I jerked away from it, and it hurt my neck real bad. Then everything else just let me go. So I jumped up, turned on all the lights, and I just kept seeing spirits, you know what I'm saying, through that. But they didn't do nothing to me. And so I stayed up to about 7:16 in the morning or whatever, and that's when the sun finally came up, you know, and like that was the end of that.
And that was the only time that happened to you?
Oh, no, I got thousands of experiences. I had been meaning to call you, but I could never catch you. I just had my reminder this time.
I appreciate you tapping in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to go into another quick story real quick?
Okay. I was living in this place called Newport, Kentucky, across from the river, Cincinnati. Me and my girl used to always get into it. And, you know, Newport was kind of hunted. That's what I always say. They come up this body Mackies and this bar or whatever. So I always heard it was hunting. So one day, me and my girl had got into it or whatever, and we was chilling. I was sitting on the couch smoking the joint, and all of a sudden I seen something like a ghostly face, like just sitting in the hallway, just suspended in midair. So I dropped my bag of cookies or whatever, and I took off running. I left my girl in the house. I was in my boxes and everything. Took off running out the apartment building. So I got out the building. I was like, oh, shit, I done left my girl in the house. So, you know, I come back in the house. She's just sitting there looking. I'm like, look, I'm sorry I left you in the house. You know, so I go in the kitchen. I'm trying to get myself together. She still ain't saying nothing. So I come back and I tell her, I was like, look, I got to go take a walk. I got to go outside. So I'm walking outside, and there was these projects over there. They tore them down, but then they was up. So I'm walking under the 4th Street Bridge onto the other side of the old projects, and I'm seeing white people walking like 2s and 3s and 4s. Now, you know, with me growing up in Cincinnati and living in Kentucky, I got it in my head like there's 4 kinds of white people. And these ain't the kind of white people, you know, that be walking through the projects. So I'm looking at them, they walking like in 2s and 3s and 4s. And so I'm walking, and as I get like bound as I'm looking at them, they will all look at me at once. And I'm looking like, man, it's super dark outside. How can I see their face so good? All this stuff going through my mind. So I keep walking and walking. I keep seeing these white people in 2s and 3s and 4s. So I turn around. I'm like, well, I wonder where they going. So I turn around, I look, and as they go under the bridge, they just started disappearing. As soon as they got on the bridge, they disappeared. And so, you know, my legs got weak and everything. I'm like, oh, my God, I ain't safe in the house. I ain't safe outside. At least I can go back in the house with somebody who loves me. So I go back in the house. I go and tell her what's going on. She quiet for about another 5 minutes. Then she tells me, all my life, I've been seeing like this monster in my mind, you know, this evil monster. And at this particular time, I saw the monster climbing up the side of the building and coming through the window. And all of a sudden, you look over that way and you take off running.
Say word.
Yeah.
So she said she saw you?
No, she saw this monster in her mind.
Yeah.
Like she's saying, like throughout her life, she always saw this monster in her mind. And at that particular time, she saw it climbing up the side of our apartment building and coming through our second bedroom. I don't know none of this. She never told me none of this. All I know is I looked towards the hallway, and I seen, like, I've never seen a demon in real life, but if I could guess what a demon looked like, it would be that. And it was like a kind of ghostly looking, and I only saw part of his face. And when I saw that, I took off running. Dang. You know? And so, yeah, she told me all this when I came back in the house after all that.
That's crazy. Hold on, I gotta definitely spooky tap that spooky one time, because that was spooky. Man, I appreciate you calling. What's your name again, fam?
My name Brandon.
Brandon, man, from Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
Man, thanks for calling, man.
Yeah, I'll be calling back in the future. I got mad stories, but I'll let somebody else get it from now. I want to hear what everybody else got to say.
No doubt. I got to get back to some missed callers, man. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Salute to the homie Brandon. Okay. What's going on? Okay.
I'll let somebody.
Yeah.
Peace. Mute your audio, fam. I need everybody to pound that like button. Hit that like button. It's free. My brother, Israel, Egypt. What's happening?
What's up, fam? What's poppin'? Peace to the wreck mob and everybody.
Salute to you, man. What's going on, man? Talk to me.
Ain't nothing. I just had a little quick spooky story for you.
Let's get it.
All right, look. This took place when I was in elementary school, right? So it was like a Vietnamese kid in our school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people used to, join on him and stuff because his clothes, how it looked and all that, right? So I said, man, I never really get down with talking bad about people like that unless they say something to me, like they out. But I don't like nobody bullying nobody else.
Facts.
So it was one day we used to play kickball, right? In the field.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
I'm
We used
listening.
to play kickball. So he was on the other side of the team. So the other people that's on my side, one of my big boys, he kicked the ball all the way to the street, right?
Mm.
So when the ball go on the street, it's supposed to be like teachers and stuff to stop you from going out there to get it, because they ain't have a fence right there yet. So the little Vietnamese kid went over there and grabbed the kickball and picked it up and was like, I got it. Like looking at us like he did something proud, right?
Mm.
Then a car smacked him and ran him over.
Damn.
While we right there, right? So all the teachers and stuff made us go back into school and stuff. So I was like, dang, man, that's a bad experience to see as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
So I said, damn, I know dude had to die from this. So the next morning he was talking about it, saying he passed away, he got hit by a car and everything, right? So they made him like a mirror, like when people nowadays they die, they put Hennessy bottles and candles and stuff. But the little dude had candles and a picture of him and everything right there, right? Where he got hit at.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ride past that place after midnight, right? You could see the little boy standing there with the ball in his hand looking at the jump. Looking at where he got killed at, looking at his own little the picture of him and the candles and stuff.
Yeah.
He'd be right there looking at it, right?
Say
So this ain't even the trippy part.
That's
the
crazy.
trippy part about it is, back then, we all in that school, he wasn't in the same class as me or nothing, right? But all of us in that school back in the day, we had made something called a time capsule, where you put stuff down in the ground, and when you get a little older, you come back and they dig it up to see what you put down there, right?
Yes, sir.
Some people left bracelets. Some people left like a picture. Like he left a picture of this guy, right? The little boy.
Got you.
He
Yo,
put a
that's your
picture down.
phone? That's your phone going off like that?
It might be. I think somebody trying to call me while I'm on here.
Okay. Gotcha.
So guess what I put down there, M.Reck? A Ninja Turtle. One of them toys. Because I used to like that,
Mm-hmm.
So next thing I know, they pulled a little boy one up. He's standing with a picture with a red ball.
A red dog.
And it's like 15 years later.
Wow.
The same like the red ball that he picked up, that he stand with, and look at himself where he got hit at.
Mm-hmm.
It was a picture of him with it.
Wow.
So that was spooky to me, man.
That's real spooky, man. That's crazy. Spooky! Yeah. I appreciate you tapping in, my brother.
I still think about that to this day.
That's crazy. You stay with some spooky stories, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Salute to
but
you.
Look, I got some more too, but I think somebody trying to call my phone and blow me. That's blowing me.
Yeah. They wildin', man. So let them know, man. You live on MRecktv. They need to fall back. But I'm gonna get to the next caller though, my brother. Thanks for calling.
I'll call back though. I got more than that. I'll call back later.
All right, family. Salute.
All right, peace and blessings, man.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, let me get to these other callers. Somebody called, left a voicemail. Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky.
Hi, this is Sophia Davis, calling from Detroit.
Hey, how you doing? Do me a favor, take me on speaker if you can. You sound kind of low.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops, hold on, give me 1 second. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I'm kind of nervous.
Uh,
I have a story to tell. I have a lot of them.
okay.
When I was younger, I lived on St. Mary's in Tireman, and we lived in this house, me, my brother, and my mother, and our stepfather. And I don't know, since I've been a little girl, like spirits like have always tried to come to me. Like one used to play on my hair and put knots and stuff in my hair.
Mm.
And when I was little, I used to tell my mama used to be like, why you got knots and stuff in your hair? And I was like, Mama, I didn't do that. And when I got older, I was like, Mom, remember we lived on St. Mary's and stuff? And I used to tell you all these little spooky stories about, this ghost or whatever playing in my hair. Well, I actually saw it one day because I turned around and I looked because I'm like, I want to know, what is this playing in my hair? I finally looked. I was a kid. I looked, and it scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry for my cussing or whatever. It looked like a little boy.
Mm.
And I hurried up, and I just turned my head back, and I just hid under the cover. And then there was another incident when I was a young child. I was young. I had to been like 6 years old. I used to see like this dark shadow in our bedroom. My brother, he will always be asleep.
Mm.
And I'd be like, oh my God, there it goes. Like on Saturday morning, when the kids don't have to go to school. So you just chilling, you up early in the bed and stuff. So I saw this dark shadow. So I was playing with my Barbie doll one day, waving it in the air, laying in my bed, and something snatched it out of my hand.
Wow.
So I used to ask my mother, like, what was going on, like, in that house? Because there was something going on in there, like, I used to see, like, green mist coming towards the door. I used to be, like, really scared. Like, when I used to be so terrified, like, of these spirits. They used to always torment me. Like, one time I got out of the bed. This all when I was young. I got out of the bed, and I seen my stepfather. He was watching TV. So he was like, you need to go back to bed. He already knew it was me. So I gets back in the bed, and it was like a hand in the bed with me. Like, and I picked it up. It was dark in the room. So, and I'm like, what is going on? I used to see like the shadow people, like the man with the hat on, like
Wow.
that remind you like a Freddy Krueger, like stuff like that. Yeah. So even as I got older, like I have experienced like a lot of different stuff. I'm gonna let somebody else, tell you some stories. I'm gonna call back,
Yeah, that was kind of
But I got a
spooky.
lot of
Spooky.
Yeah, it was.
Appreciate you sharing those stories with us. And where you calling from again?
Detroit.
Detroit. And what's your name?
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan. Sophia.
Sophia. Shouts to Sophia from Detroit. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All
I'll
right.
be calling
Welcome.
back. I got like 20 more stories.
All right. No problem. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Shout out to Sophia from Detroit. She sound real familiar, like somebody I know. I thought that might have been somebody acting like somebody else. You know how that go. But it is what it is. Let me get to these missed calls. 1 second. I got voicemails too. I see Jose might have left a voicemail. Why is the why is that it needs to be playing through the it's not playing internally. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to play these voicemails, but for some reason it's not. I don't know what's going on. Let me go to my StreamYard and see something. I gotta look at the settings. Call me up 310-598-2974. All right. Call me up. I don't know what the hell is going on. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Peace. You now tune in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
What's going on, my
Can
brother?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound a little muffled, but I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, my bad, bro. I'm Sean. I'm from Cali.
Shouts to you, Sean. Shouts to the whole Cali, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Trying to get you right, man. What kind of phone you on?
iPhone
iPhone,
13.
okay.
I got you on speaker. That's why probably.
Yeah, take me on speaker, my brother.
Okay, hold on.
Pound that like button, y'all. Everybody hit them like buttons. It's free. Let's get it up. What happened to that brother? He said he was on the iPhone. Said he had me on speaker, then the phone hung up. That ain't no iPhone, my brother. That's that Fisher Price. But you're welcome to call back, though. You know what I mean? Shine on that iPhone 3, huh? You're crazy. Peace.
Yeah, my bad,
Yeah.
bro. I hung up on an accident on you, brother.
Oh, okay, no doubt, man.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, no doubt. They said the homie Shine on that iPhone 3. You know what I mean?
You stupid.
Now that's what they said in the chat room.
Yeah, I believe you. Fuck them.
Hold on, let me bring up the shots. Sean ain't with it. He came with the smoke.
Nah.
He came with the smoke. You know what I mean? So yeah, Sean, let's get into your story, good brother.
Yeah, bro, but it started happening to me when I was 10 years old. And what started happening was whenever one of my family members died 2 weeks before it happened, I can feel it. And I didn't know what it was. So I talked to my auntie. She's a preacher. She raised me and my brother. So I talked to her about it. She was like, it ain't nothing, but every time 2 weeks before the incident happened, I feel it and I can see the actual family member that's going to die.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's very scary, bro.
That's spooky.
And I'm 34 years old now, bro, and still to this day, every time I get that feeling, I drop down to my knees because some of the visions has been off. Some of it has been family members that wasn't them. It's wind up being other family members. So as soon as I get that feeling, I drop down and pray and hope it's not my daughter.
Wow.
So it started happening to me when I was 10 years old when it happened to my grandma. Seeing my grandma, thought I was tripping. My grandma was hit by a train trying to beat the train.
Hold on.
Yeah, and the train smacked her and dragged her for about 3 blocks. And I seen it.
God damn.
2 weeks before it happened.
Hold on, you saw it in your dream before it happened, like a premonition?
Yeah, I see. It's like, bro, I can be asleep. I could be at school. I could be anywhere when it happens. It just popped to me, bro. And it's very scary, bro. Very, very fucking scary. Excuse my language, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. Do me a favor, y'all. I'm talking to the people in the chat room. Make sure you support the super chat, Cash App, PayPal. Hit the pound button, hit the like button. Let's get it. Shouts to SJ. Damn. So let's go back. You said your grandmother got hit by a train and it dragged her for like 3 blocks, you said?
It dragged her 3 blocks, in Little Rock, Arkansas. She stayed in a small town called Fordyce, and she was visiting her sister in a little small town called Bearden, Arkansas. And it's not on the map, but if you look up Little Rock, everybody know where that's it. But I seen it 2 weeks before it happened.
Wow, that's crazy. My condolences, man. Wow. And you saw it
Yeah,
before it
bro.
happened,
So
and you saw it in and you saw it in real time as well.
I seen it 2 weeks before it happened, and I was 10 years old. And 2 weeks later, my grandma, I got out of school. My auntie came to pick me and my brother up early
Mm-hmm.
and said that my grandma was hit by a train and was dragged for about 3 blocks. But that was the same damn dream that I had 2 weeks before.
Wow.
And being 10 years old, you go tell your parents that you know how
Mm-hmm.
grown folks is with kids. You dreaming, you tripping.
Got you. Well, let me ask you this though. So you told them in advance, and they told you pretty much was bugging out. You tripping. You wilding.
Yeah, you dreaming, because when it first started happening to me, I was young. Like I said, I was 10, and it was only happening to me in my dreams. And when I got to high school, that's when I was able to start seeing it in class. 2 weeks before it happened, be in class doing work. I could be at basketball practice, and it'd just hit me, and I just start crying. And everybody be like, "Damn, what's wrong?" And I just run out. I go somewhere and start praying. That's what I learned how to start doing. And then when I got 19, I checked myself into a shrink just to make sure, like, I'm not fucking crazy. Because for a minute, bro, my family members, they start believing me once they seeing that my family members are dying 2 weeks in advance. So now they believe in me, but it's just still something that make me feel like I'm crazy. Why the hell is this happening to me? Why me? I'm the only family member that it happens to. Can you hear me?
My check. There you go. My check. I don't know what happened. It's like you went out
Yeah,
for a little
okay.
bit.
Everything went blank. My bad, brother.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We golden, but I appreciate it, man. Good story.
All right, thank you,
Are you
brother.
still having those visions?
Yeah, I still have them to this day.
Wow. In a good way or a bad way?
I don't really know how to describe a good way or a bad way. Is the only thing I could do now is just pray when it happens, bro, and just pray for the best.
Got you. No doubt,
That's
my
all I
brother.
know how to do.
I appreciate you tapping in. Thank you.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right. Peace, my brother. Let me hit Sean with the spooky, because it was definitely spooky. His grandma was getting hit by that train and all that. Spooky! That's spooky. That's real spooky. Let me get to these missed callers, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Spooky Hours. We are on episode 54, too. You heard me? 54. Stop playing. Make sure you hit up that super chat, Cash App, PayPal. And this is a show for the people, too. This is y'all show. Let me see.
Rev, what's good, my brother? This truck gang, aka Big Zesty with the cheese. I got a good one tonight, my brother. I'm bringing the smoke. Let's go.
Jose, aka Big Zesty. Pause. Calling you up, Jose. All right. Catch me later. Let me get to these other callers.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
Calling people back.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has...
I called you back twice. Mr. 513, you're going to have to holler back. I called you twice. Let me see. Who else? Get those likes up, y'all. Pound that like button. I'm calling you back. Y'all not picking up. Y'all bugged out. Let me see.
M.Reck, what it do? What's good? Yeah, this guy is a.k.a. Gorgeous Bud, a.k.a.
Yeah, I just called you twice, man.
What's good?
Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky.
M.Reck, what it do?
What's happening, fam? Do me a favor, mute your audio if it's not muted already.
I ain't even got no audio on. Hold
Okay.
on.
So you
Hold
good.
on.
You good. You good. I don't hear nothing. You good.
Oh, all right. It's good now.
Yeah, you good. Good, brother. So
That's my other iPhone. You know how Siri is.
oh, got you, my G. Let's do this. State your name, where you calling from, and take it from there.
What's good? This the 513 way. I done called in before. I was telling you about the succubus that got me. You know what I mean? She ate the groceries. You know what I mean? I was that sleep paralysis thing or whatever. I don't know. It was some demonic stuff going on with Shorty. But I was telling you I was with a succubus before. But this story
Wow.
right here, this about
And you said the
my homie.
succubus ate the groceries?
Yeah, bro. We talked
Wow.
about this man, it was a minute ago, man.
That's
It was
crazy.
a minute ago.
That's spooky on a whole different note. That's crazy. Pause on that.
Look,
But
check this out. Yeah. So yeah, my homie, he had got into it with this dude one time. This one of my little, one of my little homies in the hood. So his girl, she was at the like one of the little gas stations or whatever with the lotteries, one of them little liquor store joints.
Got you.
So some dude was trying to holler at her, right? She called my dude, like, look, this her baby daddy. So it's my dude, baby mama, and the kids in the court. Dude wilding because she turned him down, wooty-woo, this, that, and the other. So she called my dude, like, look, baby daddy, bruh up here wilding, this, that, and the other. He go up there and whoop dude. Now, fast forward, 2 years later, he chilling, right? Man, he said he get a call. And he like, man, he get a FaceTime call from his baby mama. Now, she riding with her brother. I guess he was taking her to work or from work. I don't know. She a nurse. But so she riding, telling him like, man, that dude you whooped at the liquor store or whatever, he right next to us And he wailing, yelling, cussing at us, spitting on the car and all this shit, got a gun. He like, my bad, bro. I know you can't be cussing and all that. All right, so he like, what? So he sitting here FaceTiming her, right? Dude shoot her brother in the head, kill him. Boom. He watching all this on FaceTime. The car slide off into somebody's yard and crash. She jump out the car, start running. He gunned her down. Pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? I guess the phone fell out her hand, so he tripping. My nigga wild, and he like, bruh, man, they killed my... Because he called me shortly afterwards, you know what I'm saying? But how I'm just telling you how he told me the story. So I'm like, dang, bro, for real? He was like, yeah. He said, so I guess whoever they yard they crashed in, the lady, she had seen like the car in the yard, and she saw the phone laying on the ground, and his baby mama just laying there. And she was still alive at the time, but what happened was the lady gave the phone back to his girl, so he watched his baby mama die, bro, on FaceTime.
Wow,
That's
crazy.
That's some spooky shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Until you got to the climax, I was a little confused and lost. But you know.
Oh yeah, my bad. It was love, but yeah. So he watched his baby mama die on FaceTime.
Wow, that's crazy. Once you said that, I kind of got it from there. That, you know what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you tapping in, calling back.
And look, this the call back, because I did. Yeah, I seen them on there talking about. Yeah, he got his groceries took. Whatever. I ain't tripping. But look. I was locked up with Life Jennings too, right? Like, not on no name dropping, but we was in Lima Correction in Ohio. You know who Life Jennings is? He made the song "Must Be Nice."
Definitely. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I was locked with bro on the yard, bro. I heard that whole first album on the yard with bro. We used to be doing pull-ups, playing chess. He rocking out with the guitar, like he taught himself how to play the guitar in the joint and everything. But bro, that joint right there, it used to be a mental hospital. Check it out. It's called House of Horrors or something. It's a book on it too. But man, we used to put our lunch trays, like, you know how you go to the chow hall in the joint? Man, we used to dump our trays on the gurneys where they used to drain the blood out the bodies.
Wow. Say word.
Word, but that's a whole, that's word.
Nah,
word.
you
like,
definitely call back on that one.
My bad.
Nah, I say you could definitely call back.
Too long?
No, you definitely can call back on that one. So check it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, call back in like 30 minutes or so.
Word. For real. Hey, salute, man. This is the livest show ever. Representing for the 513 Cincinnati Stand Up. Y'all know what it is, man. And shout out to the Wreck Mob. SJ sounds sexy as hell. I heard her before. And you know what I'm saying, to everybody else, stay up. Word.
No doubt, fam. Salute.
Yeah.
This nigga Jose called like 80,000 times, man. Yo, Big Zesty, man.
What's talking about?
What's happening with you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. You blowing the line up crazy. When I called you, you ain't pick up, man. What's going on?
I was trying to pick up the phone. You got a spooky line going on over there or something. I know you was going to start talking crazy as soon as I get through.
Nah, what's happening? Hold on 1 second. Shouts to Know the Ledge. He always supporting with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, man. That demon box be right, Reck. Salute to Know the Ledge. That's the homie. Appreciate you, family. Salute. Thank you. Jose, what's happening, man? I ain't getting no super chat. It's the first, man. What's going on, man? What's happening with you, man?
First, I ain't got nothing to do with my money. What is you saying, man? I get money every day. What you talking about, man?
Well,
you act like I'm a welfare patient.
Listen, send that super chat in, man. What's happening, man? What's going on? You get a lot of promo on this show, man. What's going on? Niggas,
hey, man,
you got AKAs, you got everything. You know what I mean?
Look, man, I was chilling and I seen one of your videos come through the other day. It must have been an old one, but I thought it was new, right? and you had this mustache, man, look like Mario Brothers. I said, M.Reck done fell off.
What? You bugging.
You had
You bugging. You want to get
I
roasted
said,
today.
M.Reck look like he flipping pizzas now.
Oh, you calling with the yo? Listen, you want to get roasted today?
No.
Okay. 'Cause
No, I got a good story though.
please,
I'm letting my girl hit you with a good one.
don't.
What's up with the gift cards, man? You hitting the gift cards tonight or what?
Probably on the next show. I gotta holla at SJ. I did it for the last show. I'll probably do it for the next one. You know what I mean?
Right. All
I think the
my
homie
girl got a good
the
story.
homie won. I gotta make sure everything went through. The homie what's his name? I think his name is Denzel. The homie who told the graveyard story last week. He won that.
Right.
Yeah, he had a lot of people voted him in, and I thought it was crazy as well. You know what I mean? What you think?
Right. My girl, it was cool, but my girl got one. I had to told her, chill out telling me the story. So she about to tell it to you. You hear me?
Oh, you got a girl now. I thought you ain't have a girl. You got a girl again. Okay.
Man, stop it, man. Just listen to the story, man. Why you got to go there?
Oh, okay.
Baby, tell him the story.
What's her name?
All right. My name's Yvonne.
Yvonne. What's happening, Yvonne?
Yvonne. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, let me ask you a question. Quick question before you go into the
Sure.
story. How long you been with Big Zesty?
It hasn't been long.
Oh, I know it hasn't been long.
It's been a little over a month.
Oh yeah, I knew it was brand new. And y'all claiming each other already, huh? That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, get into your story. Let's get it.
All right. So this was March of 2020. My late husband was in ICU, and I was sitting in the recliner at the foot of his bed, and he's steady telling me things that he's seeing. Of course, I can't see it, right? So, you know, he's telling me different things, and then he asked me if I know the kids that are playing to my left, and I'm like, well, no. I'm like, well, do you recognize them? And he tells me no. So I'm like, okay, well, I continue the conversation with him, right? At no point did I want to like say, well, you're seeing things or anything like that, right? So I continue with the conversation, and he tells me to be careful because there's a fox coming that's going to run right in front of me. And I'm like, okay. So then he tells me, who's that little boy standing right by you? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, do you know him? And he's like, no. He's like, but be careful because he's sitting on your lap. So it stayed like that. You know, he gets intubated. He's like that for about 7 days. Come day 9, I go up to the hospital, and he's starting to come out of, you know, his coma and stuff. And out of nowhere, he tells me, he's like, hey, I know who that little boy was, right? So automatically, I feel some type of way because I thought he was just hallucinating. And if he was just hallucinating, then he shouldn't remember, right? But he was able to tell me exactly who it was. And he's like, that was, you know, your cousin's baby. Now, my cousin's baby passed away when he was a month old.
Wow.
And he's like, he introduced himself to me, and, you know, I told him I was sorry for what happened to him. And he told me that it was all right, and that I'm going to be okay. And his parents weren't ready to be parents.
Oh, damn.
And yeah. And he's like, he told me not to be afraid with what was going to happen, and that I would be fine. And, you know, I always tell people now, like, the picture he was describing, like, there's no doubt in my mind there is an afterlife. You know, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it other than, I mean, it had to have been somebody coming to him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's kind of spooky.
Yeah.
That's spooky. Especially when you said his parents is not ready to be parents.
Right.
Damn. Wow.
So how do I, it took me a while. My late husband passed away before I even, told my cousin and his wife that their son was okay. I chose to leave that little part out because I think that may have would hurt them more. So I didn't tell them that part, but I did tell them that, he came to him and he was able to tell me, that he introduced himself, the time that he was out or gone or, having his out of body experience. It was just, it's just kind of mind blowing. And it's still mind blowing to me.
Yes, it is. Wow. I appreciate you calling. What's your name again?
Yvonne.
I appreciate you calling. Shouts to Jose. Definitely, I don't know if you subscribe to my channel. Jose probably put you on. You probably not. But if not, make sure you subscribe so you can
I sure will.
Check out Spooky Hours on your own time as well.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, Yvonne.
No problem.
Thanks for calling.
Have a good one.
You too. Big Zesty. I see what Big Zesty trying to do. Shouts to Jose. Truck gang better send something in too. The whole truck gang, Jose. Shouts to Jose. Shouts to SJ. The audio's lagging. Let me know. Shouts to Know the Ledge once again with another super chat. Thank you, King. Said that demon box be snapping, Reck. Damn. Know the Ledge might be you going crazy out there on that demon box, huh? That's the only way you gonna know it's snapping. Shit. Might as well call online and let me know what's happening with that demon box. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably good on it, but I'll take a good story, you know what I'm saying? He said that demon box is snapping. Okay. It's kind of spooky, but I ain't mad at you. You sending those super chats in. Listen, man, do what you do. Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean. Keep it short. Let's get spooky. Hold on, caller. Hold on. What's happening? Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Shouts to Tanya Karen G on the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Israel, Egypt, you gotta send some super chats in, my brother. You get a lot of love on the show, man. Some cash ass super chats.
That's what's up, man.
All right, let's get it though.
What's up.
Talk to me.
All right, look, this one right here, it's spooky, but to me, it's fun.
Okay.
And it might be funny to you too, right?
Let's get it.
Look,
pound that like button, y'all.
Me and my homie Zoe, right? I used to hang with him all the time. He saw the incident. We grew up this long ago that he saw the incident that happened with the guy I just called about, the little kid, right? He was dead too. That's how we grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So the story that Yvonne just told, you said your homie was there?
About me, about the little kid that got hit with the car, by the car.
Got you.
You know,
I was confused.
He was dead, like how we grew up together. So we get older now. We still live in the same hood, but he live up the street a little bit. I used to walk up there. So I'm like, damn, I got some good gas. I'm about to go cheap this with my boy, right? I get up there. His mother arguing with an African lady. And the African lady like, why you ain't paying me my money back? I paid your rent or whatever. So my man mother, like, she get home. She's like, man, she get embarrassed me in front of everybody or whatever. So I said, man, that's messed up. You know, I ain't got nothing to do with that really, right? So me and him roll out. So the next day I go up there like a normal day. I walk up there. So I knock on the door. My man said, hey, man, yo, all that's been throwing up all night. Him, his sister, and his mother. Because the African lady said she going to do something. So they was all throwing up all night or something. So I said, oh, man, she probably put something on y'all or whatever. So his mother say, I'm about to go over there and apologize to her. Hey, so that right there was funny, but it's still spooky, right? So my man Joe say, I'm going over there too. But he said, go with me because she got some sons. I'm like, yo. I said, all right, man, I go over there. I ain't got time for it, right? So we get over there. So my man's old mother talking to the African lady trying to apologize. But when she opened the door, my man Zoe said, hey, Ma, them doors look like us. So she looked over there. It was 3 doors. One of them looked like him. One of them looked like the mother. One looked like the sister.
Say what?
So she said, go get them doors, boy. Hey, M.Reck. So look. So she's fighting with the African lady. So my man Zoe go grab the doors and run out the door. I said, what about your mother? He said, she better come on. He got 3 voodoo dolls in his hand. Jones looked just like them, though, right? So here come his mother. So he rolling out, right? So I said, you know why the doors leaving? You know why y'all leaving? Because the doors leaving, too. I kept on messing with him about them Jones, right? So they get home. I said, they about to throw them. I said, don't throw them away because then you're going to be in the trash can. I kept messing with him. So they was at the table, right? At the dinner table with 3 dogs. Jones looked just like them. I said, damn, man, what y'all going to do with these Jones? Because now y'all sitting at the table and the dogs at the table, too. So everything y'all doing, the dog, I'm just messing with them about because it's funny to me, right? Guess what they did with the dogs, M.Reck?
What they did?
Got a storage room. Paying for a storage to keep the dogs so nothing can't touch them.
Say word.
So, yeah, it's spooky, but it's funny, man.
Yeah,
it's funny to me.
Yeah, I feel you, but I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little lost on that one, but you know, I appreciate you tapping in, my brother. You know what I mean?
All
right. Salute, King.
Salute, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all. I was a little lost on that one. Maybe it was me. I was lost. All right, let me get to these other callers.
Hello?
Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky. Hello? Yo? I don't know. Nigga called me. I don't know what was going on with that call. Call me up, y'all. 310-598-2974. Shouts out to Brooklyn, King Ant on the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Thank you. He always show love. Let me see. Let me call this person. Peace.
What's up, bro? She ain't tell you the rest of the story, right?
Oh, I don't know.
She said before her ex-husband died, they made a pact, right? That if one of them died before the other one, they would let the other one know that they are okay on the other side. And she said at night sometimes he rubbed the bottom of her feet when she in bed.
Wow. That's spooky.
That's what I said. I said, hold on. Now that's too spooky. I don't even know if I want to be at your crib. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause there's no telling what he might do if I'm in that bed. If he rubbing your feet.
You been laying in that bed?
I ain't laid in that bed, bro. I ain't even went in the crib.
Yeah. I think you better keep it like that. You know what I mean?
I can't even go there. I'm like, now this is a little bit too spooky for me. You know what I'm saying? When you saying a
You're
man
gonna be
touching
like,
your feet
you're gonna be like, oh boy, get your groceries ate. Pause.
I'm cool on it. I said, now, this is beyond anything. When you got spirits that's touching you at night,
Yeah,
how do you think you're going to feel for another man in the picture? He
Listen.
might strangle me at night or something. I'm not coming in your crib. You know what I'm saying? None of that. But I wanted her to tell you that part, and that was the spookiest part of the story to me. But when she told me that, I said, you got something else going on. You know, that's real spooky.
You better than me,
That's
man.
all I wanted to say, man. Huh?
You better than me, man.
Yeah, that's real spooky, bro. I mean, just somebody having a pact with somebody that's dead. You know what I'm saying? I said,
That's crazy.
I'm not making a pact with nobody talking about if you die first, you let me know that you okay on the other side. Somehow give me a sign.
Mm-hmm. Yo, listen, you go
You know
over
what I'm
there,
saying?
you go over there and sleep in that bed, you're gonna get pulled under that, get pulled under the bunk like homie said the vampire was knocking dudes out in jail and
I ain't going with the exorcist stuff, man. I'm cool.
So
she might sit up in her head, might spin around.
So on that note, man, appreciate you,
I'm
Jose.
gone, man.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
gone.
Send
All
something in. Stop playing. Salute. All right. Hold on. Let me get to these missed calls, y'all. Peace. You now tune in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean. Keep it short. Let's get spooky. Hello? Peace.
Hello.
Yeah, you live.
What's up?
What's going on? Take me on speaker.
I'm calling from Boston, Mass. With a true story.
Okay, what's your name?
Nikki Speedbag.
Nikki Speedbag. I think you called before, right?
No.
No.
But I've been watching your channel for a while.
Okay, Nikki Speedbag. I like that name. Sounds familiar, but salute. You said you calling from Mass, right?
Yeah, South Boston.
All right. Shouts to the whole Boston and all that, man. Do me a favor, take me on speaker if you can, man. You sound far away.
You can hear now?
All right, yeah. Let's do it.
All right, bro. So a long time ago, actually not too long ago, 2010, I went upstate, and I got class. I was in Walpole prison. Now Walpole was classification at the time, but it was a level 6 yard. So I go up there. I only got a 3 to 5 now. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to a minimum or something. But I had tickets in the county for fighting and all that type of stuff. So. You know, I got my papers, so you can pick where you want to go. So I picked 3 sweet camps. I get my classification back. It says I'm going to SECC. So I told my homeboy, I said, hey, I'm going to Southeastern Correctional Center. He said, oh, Speedbag, you good? He's like, wait, hold up. He's like, that place been closed. He goes, let me see your paper. He goes, that's SBCC. I'm like, what's that? He's like, that's Susan Baranowski Correctional Center. I never heard of that. And he's like, yeah, Shirley Max. He's like, it just opened. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, what's it stand for? He goes, oh, Susan Baranowski. That's the 2 cops that was just killed up there. I'm like, oh, my God. So the bus comes, man. There's no way of getting out of it. I'm going regardless. The bus comes. Now, at the time, my neighbor, Southie, was beefing with Charlestown. I don't know if you ever heard Charlestown, Boston, but they made the movie The Town on it, and it's just a part of Boston.
Definitely.
But we had smoke at the time, so I get up there, and you know, they said, you know, where you want to, you know, you can kind of pick. You go to orientation, and the unit was kind of cool. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be smooth. So they're like, okay, orientation's over, bro. You're going to a block now. And, they got the green and the gray. Green is Southie, Arlington, Cambridge. And the gray is Charlestown, Somerville, and the Smoke. So I said, just put me anywhere on the green side. They go, okay, but if you got to go to the gray, where do you want to go? I said, just anywhere but N1. N1 was where all the smoke was at. And they got a gang called the Boyos. To get your tattoo, it's an Irish gang, crazy. How you get your tattoos, you stab a Southie kid. So I'm like, hey, anywhere but N1. I get my bags. Everyone's they go on the green side. I'm like, I'm going on the green side. They're like, nah, you're going to N1 gray. I'm like, they give me a gray suit. I'm like, oh shit, dude. So I go up and I come into the unit, man, and the unit just goes quiet. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm going.
Oh damn. Hold on. I don't know what happened to homie. Hold on. Damn. Got 3 people on the line. Yep. Hold on. I don't know what happened. Oh, this line is bugging. Pardon self, y'all. Let me go to these. Damn it. I don't know what happened. The line's bugging.
Stepmommy.
What's happening?
Was that my stepboy Mickey earlier from Boston? He's such a good boy. Glad to see him out of prison.
Oh man, what's happening?
Stepmommy's drunk tonight. Oh well.
Oh well. Hold it down, stepmommy.
Whoopsie daisy, right, M.Reck? About time Jose found a real woman.
Yeah, I hear you. Double deuces.
Stay away from those Blue Oyster boys.
Yeah, Jose and them. I got you. Double deuces.
Have a good night, M.Reck.
You too. Double deuces and bubble gooses. Gone. Alright. Yo, how people calling me, right? And then they call the M.Reck line, right? The MRecktv line, and then text back. Who this? Crazy. Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky.
Yo, Reck, it's Speedbag.
Oh, Speedbag, I don't know what happened, my brother. I lost you. Your story started getting good. Let's get back to it, man.
Okay, bro.
Take me off speaker. You sound low.
So,
Sound low, my brother.
okay, yep. Let me take you off speaker.
Sound low.
Yo, so I get the bags, bro. I'm on my way, man. I'm hitting the gray. No matter what block I hit, it didn't matter. It didn't matter anyway. I'm hitting the gray side. I know it's smoke, bro. And up here, you have a no hands policy. And what that means is, for the white guys, you don't fight. Like, if there's a problem, it's all knives. Like, and I don't even have a piece, nothing. So I hit the unit, and I see a kid I know. This kid, Brendan McGinnis. You can look him up, man. He's in Iowa. You're in the catch on body anyway. So I say, Brendan, what's good? He's from Quincy. So I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, Speedback, come here. He's like, yo, why the fuck they put you over here? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, that's where they told me to go. I ain't gonna refuse a move, man. That doesn't look good up there. So he's like, okay. He's like, let me get you some hygiene products. I go to my cell. I'm with this guy from East Boston. He said, hey, what's up? I introduced myself. He's an older dude. So this guy, now Brendan's a runner. Now, so when the doors lock, he's out still. So it's immediate when I go to the block, Rex over. So they're locking the doors. I go in the cell, door closes. Now, up there, you block your door. It's called pegging your door. You put a handball in the door or rolled up toilet paper so, like, nobody can get, like, when they pop the door, they say open 31 or something, like, you're safe. Like, the door's not going to slide open and people come in. So I don't even got my shoes off yet. Brendan comes back to my cell. He's like, yo, I got a kite. He's like, it's from the shot call. He's on, that's what you would call it. Like, and anywhere else would be a shot call. Up there, up here, we call it something different. But he's like, yo, it's from dude. He's like, I open the kite, bro. It says, fight your cellmate, fight the move team, or don't come out. I'm like, oh shit. I showed Brendan. I'm like, yo, Brendan, what do I do, bro? He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, you're gonna have to do something. I'm like, yo, let me see a pencil. I know I'm getting fucked up, dude. I know, excuse my language. I know it's going down. So I write on the piece of paper. I said, I'm in prison for not listening to my parents. I said, yo, give him this. He's like, yo, I wouldn't do that. I said, I don't care. I know it's on. He goes, all right. He comes back. He said, all right, step in whatever cell it was. It was like, it was on the top tier. He's like, go up there and just handle your business. He's like, you should be good. I'm like, all right. So my cellmate's looking at me. He's like, oh man. I'm like, yeah, I know it's on. Doors pop, bro. I head right up, boom, go up the stairs. Everyone's just watching. I go in the cell. The kid's in his flip-flops. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm good. I go over the toilet. I key. I'm keying on him. And next thing you know, these kids just come in the cell right behind me, bro. The first kid came in was my boy Brendan, and he just started hitting me, bro. I can prove this all to you, bro. I got the scars still on me, bro. He was jigging me, and I didn't even know I was getting stabbed because I'm still fighting. And I looked up, and I just seen him. I thought that he was like jumping in for me, but no, I got moved, bro. I just woke up, like I got so dizzy. I felt my legs like falling, dude. And I just woke up and I'm like, yo, get him to his cell. I get to my cell, bro, and I'm leaking. And I got like 3 T-shirts. It's just full with blood. And I know I'm like, I'm dying. My cellmate's like, fuck. He's just worried about like getting in trouble. And all of a sudden they're like, yo, on the floor, it means the CO's coming. There's no COs on the block up there. So, bro, when he's coming by, like, they're telling me, like, yo, don't say that, don't tell. I'm like, yo, he's going by, bro. I kicked the T-shirt out. I'm not going to lie, man. I ain't going to front on you, bro. I kicked the T-shirt out so he could see it because I'm still leaking. And I can't breathe. Like, I'm having trouble breathing. At the time, I was a lot thinner. So, like, I know he got me in my lung. So I kicked the T-shirt out so the cop could see it. And he's like, what the fuck? Boom. He's like, Ellis level 3. Ring. Sirens going off. Everyone lock in. So, dude, they bring the stretcher up, and I'm going in and out. And I was like, I'm not jumping on this stretcher, bro. I'm not looking like I know I got stomped. I know that, but I ain't getting on the stretcher. I'm walking out of here. They're like, jump on the stretcher. Jump on the stretcher. Jump on. I'm like, no. So I go down. They're pulling me out. As soon as I got off the block and the door shut and no one could see me, I jumped on that bitch. I jumped right on that stretcher, and I'm going out. Though at this point, like I'm going out, and I wake up in the hospital. I'm not gonna lie, I had a catheter in me, and I had tubes in my lung, and he hit me in my lung, and my lung was going. And I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. I was in Shattuck Hospital in Boston, and they ended up sending me back. Now, how's this? I get back now. I got a Southie tattoo. I'm from Southie. Like, they shouldn't have put me over there. So when I get back, bro, how's this? They were about to put me back on the gray side. I'm like, nah, man. There's no, like, protective custody up there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going anyway, but I'm like, no, man, don't send me back there. And the guy's like, cop came. He actually was from South Boston. He's like, no, we're going to put you with your people.
Speak back, man. So, you telling me a jail story, but this don't seem spooky, man. So, like, is you just telling the jail story, or you about to get to the spooky part? Talk to me.
No, that is the spooky part, bro. That was the spooky part.
Oh, okay, got you.
That was the spooky part. I'm fucking leaking, almost dying. I was trying to make it interesting for you. I didn't know what you was doing, so I just hit you up, bro. But yeah, that's the story, bro.
Got you.
That's what happened, man.
Well, this is what I'm gonna do.
My people was like, yo, we was trying to get you over here and all this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was crazy, man. But yeah, that's just how it was. That kid was supposed to be my boy. You know what I mean?
This is what I'm gonna do, man. I might have to start a whole new show called Jail Stories, and it's gonna start with you. You feel me? You know what I mean? We gonna.
Hey, I wasn't just trying to ruin your flow, bro. But I had to hit you with something real. I couldn't just make something up, man.
Nah, I feel you.
I've been following you for a while, bro. For real, love your channel, man.
Nah, I appreciate you tapping in, my brother. All right.
Okay, now you have a good night now.
You too, my brother. All right, peace. I had to pump the brakes, but salute to the homie. You know what I mean? It's a real story, and you know he went out, got stabbed up, but this is spooky hours, so I had to let him know this wasn't jail stories. You know what I mean? He was on the wrong show. We're gonna have to do that show just for the homie. Speed bag. Peace. You now tune in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky.
Yo, that's wild, M.Reck. What's happening, my man?
What's happening? What's wild? What's going on?
I just got in the car to light a cigar to call you. I'm not expecting you to answer. You answer like I'm. Listen, my name is James Williams. I go by Dark Waters. I've been in the paranormal game for a minute. I'm not here to promote anything. Let me start off by saying this. I've been listening to you about 2 months. And from one brother that's like into the whole paranormal thing to another, I just wanted to call in and tell a few stories, but also, you know, say respect and blessings, because when it comes to the paranormal, like our communities, the communities of color, we got so much information, but because of peer pressure, we don't share it. And so we're very underrepresented in this field when it comes to like talking about the spooky, scary stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I wanted to be encouraging, first off, and just say thank you for what you're doing.
Thank
and
you.
to just bless you with a couple of stories that have happened to me. And to your audience, hello to everyone. I mean, you have a phenomenal audience.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'll
my
tell
brother.
you guys a couple little things that happened to me. So I started dealing in the business of paranormal in 2015, right?
All right, hold
Went through a
on. Hold on.
divorce. I'm down in.
Let me stop you there. When you say you started dealing with the business, elaborate on that.
So, but that's gonna go into me to promoting stuff, bro. I don't really want to do that. I want to bless you with money if I'm gonna promote. But
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want to violate in any kind of way. But put it like this: I've done 220 interviews where I tell paranormal stories. Got my own paranormal radio station, a whole bunch of stuff, right? So that's the business of it.
Okay.
But I go through this divorce, right? Divorce happens. Me and my old lady not getting along. Out of the divorce, all I want is my 2 sons, right? Listen, you can have houses, you can have cars, you can have whatever you want to give me my son. We move from, I give her a $450,000 house. Me and my sons moved to a 2-bedroom spot in New Orleans, uptown on Robert Street. And I go through this intense spiritual warfare because of that divorce, but also because I'm like in the paranormal field talking to people who've had real demonic encounters and all the rest of this stuff, right? Well, I have this run-in with these, you can call it like a coven of witches is probably the best way to put it, right? And prior to these moments, I didn't know anything about, like, I knew how to pray, but I didn't know how to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't understand it. And I go through this deal where, like, when I lay in the bed at night, anybody who's ever experienced this, they'll understand it. You lay in the bed, you got your back turned to the door, and it feels like something's crawling in the bed with you. So I go through these night terrors is what it's really called. I go through these night terrors where every night, dog, I mean, every night, B, it didn't matter. The minute I closed my eyes, it felt like somebody was reaching in, grabbing my spine like it was a guitar string and plucking it, right? So you're falling asleep and you just shake, like the whole part of your whole body shakes to the core. So I go through these night terrors. I can't sleep because something's climbing in the bed with me. It's touching on me. It's like making me shake and shiver. And then it accelerates to the point to where my youngest son, and when I tell you, like, I'm messed up when this is going down, like, I left everything in the house with the woman that I divorced. I moved into a house where I was sleeping on like a dead man's bed. The lady who I was renting from, her brother had died. I didn't have nothing. So I'm sleeping on his mattress. Take the sheets off the mattress. It's got like stains on the mattress, right? So only thing we had new in the house was bunk beds for my sons and TVs. So my son come out the room and he's like, Dad, you know, something is telling me that God can't save me. And I had bought my sons these golden crucifix, right? And a little chain they wear. And so he's like, well, it told me to take my chain off. I'm like, what told you to take your chain off? He says, well, I don't know what it was, but he told me to take my chain off. So I said, look, lay in the bed with me. It's all good. I'm going to go in your room. Listen, I go into his room, man. I lay in his bed. And the minute I walk into the room, this is New Orleans, it's summertime. New Orleans is 95, 96 degrees at night, right? The minute I walk into his room, it's ice cold.
Damn.
His brother's on the top bunk. I lay in his bed. I'm sorry?
I said, damn. Nah, keep going. Keep going.
I lay in his bed, right? And I'm just laying there, and I start to hear this whispering. And anybody who's ever heard demonic whispering, it's multiple voices whispering to you. So it's like, but then inside of that whispering, there's talking. So you can hear talking amongst the whispering. And I'm hearing the whispering saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your sons, kill yourself, commit suicide. And I'm like, yo, like this is what's being fed into my son's mind. I'm getting the chills telling you this right now because I hate to talk about it, but I'm going to spit it to you. So I wake my oldest son up. Hey, go in my bedroom, right? I lay prostrate on the floor and I just start praying. Listen, God, whatever this is, it needs to go. I need you to help me run out of the house. I didn't know what to do. They go, we have that co-parenting agreement, right? Where like for 7 days you're with me, 7 days you're with your mom, right? So they go with their mom. I'm at home alone, right? And I get attacked, dude. Like go to sleep. Like my spine is shaking. I got chills. I mean, it's crazy. Wake up in the middle of the night, go to pee. I'm pissing blood. Like,
damn, that's
bright red blood.
That's
well, 2 days after I'm pissing blood, I'm laying on the phone with my new chick. I'm laying at the edge of the bed. You know how you lay at the edge of the bed, like upside down in the bed, where your feet is at the head of the bed, but your head is at the base. I'm laying on the phone. I'm facing the doorway. I'm looking into the hallway, and this shadow figure walks out of my son's room. This is New Orleans. We got high ceilings, like 12-foot tall ceilings, right? It comes out of his room, and I can't see the head. It lowers its head down and looks into the room with these like bright red eyes. Looks at me, picks his head back up, and walks back down the hallway. I'm on the phone with my girl, and I'm like, man, like I'm trying to figure out how to get her off the phone without freaking out. So I'm like, yo, I gotta go use the bathroom. I gotta do a number 2. I'm gonna call you back. And that's like the get out of jail free call for me. She's like, all right, bye. That's nasty. So I get off the phone with her. I get out the bed and I walk out of that doorway into the hallway, and it's standing in my living room.
Damn.
And it's looking at me. It turns and it goes into the kitchen. This is the crazy part, right? At this point in time, I'd done a lot of interviews. I talked to a lot of people. I talked to demonologists, all kind of stuff. But it's late at night. It's like 12:30, going on 1 o'clock in the morning. The only person I knew who was up was this chick that's like literally a witch. Her name is Heather Wade. She used to have like a talk show called Midnight in the Desert. She was down with Art Bell or whatever, right? So I call her and I'm like, Heather, listen, there's this shadow that came out of my son's room and it's got red eyes. And I tell her everything I told you. And she talks real slow. She's like, oh, well, you know, demons attack things that are most important to you. So it's going to attack your sons. And if you don't defend them, it's going to corrupt them. So she was like, you're going to need to be brave. You're going to need to be bold. You're a Christian. You believe in God. You're going to have to confront it. I was like, well, how? She says, well, you need to pray. And I was like, well, what do I need to pray? Understand, I'm asking a witch, bro, how to do this. And these are witches a covenant witches that fit this at me. And I know this now because of what happened to the witches after I figured out how to defend myself, right? So she says, do you have your altar with your Bible? I mean, every house that I have now, I have an altar with a Bible with candles lit next to it at all points in time. She says, so go to your altar, start praying. And so we're on the phone, and she's like, well, do the prayer of St. Michael. Do this, do this. She's mentioning all these prayers. And I said, well, listen, I'm just going to take my Bible, and I'm going to go read scriptures around the house. So I start walking around the house, M.Reck, reading the Bible, reading scriptures. And the house is freezing cold, and the coldness starts to diminish. Like, the best way to describe it is like being in a freezer and someone turns the temperature up on your upper body, but your lower body is still cold. Like below my knees was freezing cold, but everything above was warm, like normal. And so I call her back. I'm like, Heather, listen, everything in here is normal except for like below my knees. And she says, well, is there a basement? I said, we don't have basements in New Orleans, but we do. It's a 3-story house, which is technically it's a lower floor that we use for storage. She says, well, it's in there. You need to go down there and confront it. And bro, when I tell you the fear that jumped up in me, it was like this overwhelming fear, because in order to go there into that basement, you had to go into the kitchen, which is what it turned into, make a left turn, open this doorway, and then it's like this turning steps that literally lead into darkness, because that storage area only had one light. And to get to that light, you had to walk down in there, and you had to walk about 8 feet into that darkness to get to the side door where the light panel was to turn the light switch on and turn on a light. So I'm standing at those steps, M.Reck, and I'm saying to myself, you know, what kind of man are you? Like, are you the kind of man that's going to let something intimidate you and mess with your kids? What kind of man are you? I'm just talking to myself, like, out loud, like, what kind of man are you, man? You know what I'm saying? So I decided to go. Man, I go down the steps, and when you go straight, it's like a left turn. You go down, you got to make another left turn. When I go to make the second left turn, which leads, oh man, I'm getting chills, which leads you into the basement, it's pitch black. But this thing is darker than the darkness that's down there. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So it's so dark that you can see the silhouette of it in the darkness, but it's not showing me its eyes. But you see it moving back and forth, left and right, behind the pool table.
Wow.
And so I walk down there, I click on the light, and the light don't work. And I'm telling you, dog, I had just replaced this light. I click on the light's in there, like the light bulb. Click on the light don't work. And I'm saying to myself, this is perfect, because out of all the times for the light not to work, it don't work right now. This is crazy. And so as I'm there, I'm literally filled with fear. I say out loud, I say, God, I don't know what to do. I need you to help me. Please help me. Tell me what to do. I do not know what to do. And to your audience, I've listened to people talk about demonic encounters, and people talk about like voodoo. I'll tell you all that kind of stuff. But the one thing that you have to understand is that there's this little still voice in the back of your mind that speaks to you in these moments of chaos. And this little voice said, why are you afraid? And I'm like, what? It just said, why are you afraid? You should fear me more than you fear it. And I'm like, ooh, okay. So I just say out loud, listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are, but you're not welcome here. You need to leave right now. Now, this whole time, M.Reck, the fear had me so afraid that I never called Jesus' name. And that's what these things do to you. They scare you so much that you forget what works. Mm-hmm. And then it hit me, man, all the stuff you've been doing, you never rebuked it in the name of Jesus. So I said, in the name of Jesus Christ, get the hell out of here. And I literally see the eyes flash, and I see it dart and go into the very far back corner of that kind of like downstairs basement. We'll call it a basement, but it's really a first floor. That very back corner is literally underneath the steps that when you come to the house, you walk up these steps. It's 2706 Robert Street, New Orleans. You guys can look it up right now. I ain't got nothing to hide. All this is public. It's literally under those green steps that you'll see when you Google it, right? So I have to go back there. Now I know I got to go where it is. So I start walking back there. I'm still scared out of my mind, M.Reck. I'm telling you, I'm like scared. I get to this little sliding, like plastic, stupid door they had down there, and you can feel the coldness pouring out of the space where this thing is into the warmth where I'm standing. Because as I'm rebuking it, everything is warming up. But wherever it goes, it's like freezing cold. And I'm sitting there saying, man, I got to do it. So I walk into that space. And I mean, it's probably 8 feet by 5 feet is what that space is. I walk into that space and I say, you have to go now in the name of Jesus Christ. And instantly it warms up, right? So I feel normal. Everything is cool. I go back upstairs. I call the chick Heather. I'm like, yo, I think I did it. It's gone. Bada bing, bada boom. And she's like, nah, it's going to come back at you. But now you understand what spiritual warfare is. And she's like, as a Christian who believes in Christ, you have power and dominion over these things. She's like, the problem is y'all don't understand the power that y'all have. She's like, I'm an OTO witch. Anybody who knows anything about magic practicing, you know what OTO is. She said, but even I will call on Jesus to remove something that I can't deal with. A couple of days pass. The house is normal, M.Reck. It's not like super spooky at night. I can kind of sleep, but I still feel like something's there. And days are passing to where it's about to be the point to where my kids got to come back. So New Orleans has all these like botanical stores and where you can go buy like voodoo, hoodoo, candles, and all the rest of this stuff. And pause right here for the record. When you talk to any black pastor about this kind of stuff down here, they don't want to talk to you about it. So you can't go to the church to get help. You got to go to somebody who's into the spiritual realm. So I go to this place on Broad Street down here. This botanical garden is right across from the Zulu And this is when I learned about the power of the Psalms of the Bible. He says, listen, take this book. He said, the book was titled Hoodoo Bible Magic, right? I said, man, I don't really want to do no hoodoo. My family in Mississippi used to do that hoodoo. That's David. She said, no. He said, don't worry about it. I want you to take this book and buy it. I give him the money, give me the book. He takes the book back and tears everything out of the book except for the Psalms of the Bible and what their uses is. He throws everything else away. He says, okay, now that you bought it, this is what you take home and this is what you use. He said, I want you to do Psalm 65, Psalm 23, Psalms 150, Psalm 76. He says, go home. He said, go take a bath, clean yourself. And he says, go pray these Psalms. Pray them every day until your kids come there to you. So I go take a bath, and he explained to me why it's so important to ritually be clean. And so I started doing the prayers, right? About a month after, everything stops. About a month after that, I'm talking to him, and I says, man, who do you think sent this at me? He says, well, pray the Psalms to find out who did it. I'm like, that's how it works? He says, no, you are a child of God. You were baptized. God will show you. So I prayed a Psalm to show me who did it. And at this point in time, I'm on YouTube. I got all these people like hating, bro. Like it's insane the level of hate that a brother gets on YouTube, especially when you're doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I prayed a Psalm to reveal who it is. This chick out of Mississippi calls me. Me and her husband kind of cool at that point in time. She calls me. She says, hey, you know, I'm in these kind of witchy groups on Facebook, and it's like 4 witches who just died. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, 4 of them died. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, they died. She's like, the 5th one was just talking to me and saying that they were the people who sent this at you, and that she's afraid because her friends have died. And so she puts me on the phone with the chick. Talking, I'm like, listen, why in the fuck? Pardon my language, I don't want to curse. Why in the F would you do something like that? And it was all because of jealousy, dog. Like, just pure jealousy. Because I'm a Christian who's been on radio shows and talk shows, and I talk about the paranormal, and I talk about Christ. Because in my mind, all good things and all bad things come from God. He's the creator of everything, so it's okay for me to talk about everything, right? And the craziest thing is 4 of them broads died from putting that on me. So, you know, I wanted to call in, tell a story with you, tell a story to you, and just say, hey, man, you know, I hear the trolls calling, people playing, and bada bing, bada boom, but I need people to understand, like, this man is doing God's work by actually doing this. Some people believe in God, they believe in the universe. You can call it whatever the hell you want. This is spiritual work. And when you're trolling and playing, you're actually playing with spiritual forces. So just be mindful. Let that man do his work, number one. And number two, be mindful what you're playing with. Because you literally, the spiritual realm moves when we do things like this. When we talk about this, just like earlier, I don't have the chills anymore. When I was talking about that, literally my whole body had chills because I know I was talking about that thing and summoning it back up by talking about it. Like, when you play games with this, you invite that into your household. So just to the people who playing and trolling, like, y'all really need to chill because you're going to bite off more than you can chew. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you tapping in, my brother. What's your name again?
James Williams. I go by Dog Waters, but James Williams. Everybody know me.
James Williams, man.
James, it don't matter.
I appreciate it, man.
I'll reach out to you, privately, bro.
Yeah, definitely text me so we could build behind the scenes and all that. I appreciate you. This your first time on the show?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been wanting to call, and it just so happened. I guess God wanted me to talk to you right now because as soon as I called, you answered. God bless you, man.
God bless you, my
God
brother.
bless your audience, and y'all, peace.
Peace, my brother. Great story, man. You was long-winded, but great story. Salute. Man, salute to that brother, but woo, he must be a pastor or a preacher or something. Cause man, shouts to everybody on the super chat, just showing that love. Now get the likes up. Let's get now. I'm up now. The super chat's coming through. Let me shout out Jose. Jose definitely kept it G'd up. Let me get back to his, and I'm gonna get back to everybody super chat. Shouts to DJ Moschino in the building. Truck gang, salute to all the truck drivers. Facts. Shouts to Jose and the truck gang. 100. Salute to all my truck drivers. Let's do it. Salute to James Williams. I'm gonna call him LW. You Y'all know what LW is, right? Shouts to JW, but his new name is LW. Y'all know what that is. Long-winded James. I'm gonna call him LWJ. Long-winded James. Shouts to the homie though. Great story. Great. You could tell he really into this work, but you know. Whew. Man, if he ain't a pastor or a preacher, he need to become one, because he can do a whole sermon in one breath. Like he can do a whole service. He probably can do like, the church service would be like from 11 to 2. James can go from 11 to 11. 12 hours straight. Salute. LWJ, long-winded James. I'm about to open the church up, and I'm going to definitely I'm going to do some business with him. He need to be one of the pastors, or the Rev. Shouts to P Capes TV. Keep it spooky. Appreciate you on the super chat. Thanks, King. Shouts to D513 Banks. I'm gorgeous, Doug. The succubus first choice. If all blacks in America quit their jobs, this nation falls overnight. Then the great rest with ancestors. Salute to the homie. Appreciate you on the super chat. Thanks, King. Hold on. Said more the mouth from the south. But nah, outside of the jokes, he definitely, you could tell he does this work, and it was a great story. It just took a little while to get to it. But he, I could feel that it was authentic. You know what I mean? But at MRecktv, we going to keep it spooky, but also humorous. And anytime when you call with a nasty phone, or you call with a ongoing story, you know how we do over here. It ain't nothing personal. Like I said, the story was a letdown. Nah, it was a great story. Great story. You could tell he was definitely stating facts. You know what I mean? Shouts to Tyson. Tyson is a comedian, man. Shouts to Tyson Garcia. Caller sound like he cuddles with Jose at Janky Motel. Yo, y'all got to get that roast on for real, man. That's crazy, man. Appreciate you, Tyson. Thank you on the super chat. He always roasting Jose. Caller sounds like he cuddles with Jose at Janky Motels. Shots. Hold on. Let's get to the shots, man. Y'all crazy. Oh, man. Jose crazy. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Jose and Tyson, y'all niggas is comedians, like, for real. Shouts to Jose on the super chat. Once again, $10 super chat. Jose with another one, so that's Jose with the dub. Jose says, so what this spooky hours, not the, Jose says, so what, this spooky hours and not the long-winded James show? Jose, you a fool, man. Y'all niggas a fool. I ain't gonna front. I gotta say this, man. All jokes aside, man, I love spooky hours. I love everybody calling with these stories. I love everybody in the chat room, all the jokes. The show is epic, man. Outside of me doing this, y'all, the people, the rec mob, man, just man, I want to thank y'all, man. Gratitude. That's all I want to say. Gratitude. Thank you. Shouts to SJ, everybody sending the super chats in, the cash, shouts to PayPal. Man. Oh, my brother Talib. My brother Talib is on the check-in, man. We had a powerful build earlier. That brother is sharp, deep. That brother is deep. And I got a lot of content y'all gonna hear from this brother this week. Remember when he first called, when that Travis Scott Astro World concert went left, he called and dropped heavy gems. And what's so crazy? I think today is Travis Scott's birthday, so it's crazy how the universe works. And we was building earlier, so shouts to that brother Talib. Y'all gonna hear a lot of content from him on MRecktv. That brother's deep. He dropped a lot of gems. Salute, King. Y'all want spooky hours twice a week? All right, we gonna see what it is.
Brother deep. He dropped a lot of gems. Salute, King.
Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky. Mute your audio, please. Mute your audio. Yo. Mute your audio, please. Mute your audio.
Yo.
Yeah. Can you mute? Can you turn the audio down?
Oh, my fault. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, my fault, Brody. I just had a quick question for you.
All right, what's happening?
Yeah, I heard you say something about what happens if all black niggas, oh, my fault, pardon my language, all black dudes quit their jobs and everything, and if like what would happen?
Yeah, I was reading.
Anybody would notice it?
I was reading somebody's super chat. Somebody sent a super chat and I was reading that. But I did, say that. What's happening though?
Yeah. Oh, nah. I ain't got a story or nothing. I just heard that. I just wanted to hear your comment on that.
Okay, I mean, it's the truth. You know what I mean? Just think about it, right? Us as a people make this world go round. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if we say, yo, you know what? We gonna stop working for them people. We gonna start, wearing our own clothes and everything else. We could shut down everything. We'll shut this world down. You know what I mean? Us coming together as people. But
that's word too, Brody. Cause we going out here. We putting all our work in. Then we putting all our money into the white boy pocket, but they're not putting their money back into the hood.
Not at all. Not at all.
That shit look. I'm on my language. That thing looking crazy.
Mm-hmm. No doubt, family. But I appreciate you calling in, man. All right.
Yes, sir.
Salute, King.
Yes, sir. Hold your head, mommy.
Yes, sir. So, call me up. I got voicemails. Let me see. Pound that like button, y'all. We still got like over 500 people. Hit the like button. If you're new to the show, hit the like, subscribe. The likes is free. Let's get the likes up to over 500. Come on, y'all. Let's take a few seconds. Hit the like button. Let's go. All right, I'm going to call some more people. Call me up, 310-598-2974. All right, let's go. Who's this? Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. State your name, where you call it from. Keep it clean, keep it short. Let's get spooky. Shouts to stepmommy, man. I gotta lock stepmommy name. I gotta lock the name in. Some people be crazy on the text, man. What's happening, Peach? I see you in the chat room. Make sure you call up, Peach.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
I'm calling people back. I don't know what's up with these people. Shouts to Peach. Peach in here doing her one too. She having a ball. Shouts to Peach. I appreciate you, Peach. Thank you. I'm going through all these calls. Let me see. All right, if I miss your call me now because the lines is open. 310-598. Let's do it. Peace. You now tuned in to MRecktv. What's happening?
What's up, M.Reck? What is it with your boy Tyson, man? He worse than a woman. Always want my attention, man.
Yo, let's do this, man. Y'all need to do the roast. You, Tyson, Maybach Mel, y'all need to do the roast show and get busy. I need to roast each other.
Already roasted Urkel and Tyson Garcia, G-string wearing, whatever he is. They don't want it with me, man. You see, Urkel done disappeared after I roasted him. Stepmommy, you see, I dragged him under my truck or whatever it is. Now this fool Tyson Garcia got my girl over here mad, looking like, why is he always riding? That's my job. What's wrong with this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
This guy's like a fanboy or something, man. I mean, put us in. We gonna have to do this. I don't even know why they want so much attention, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, like I said, y'all can do this roast, get it over with, and get busy. Yeah.
Tell your fanboys leave me alone, man.
All right, Jose, my man, I appreciate you, King.
I go, man. I go. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Peace. Y'all crazy, man. We're gonna get that roast going with Jose, Tyson, and Maybach Mel. Let me call Peach up and see what's happening with her. Peach, pick up. Where's she at? Yeah. She might be at work though. Come to think about it.
Hello.
Peach, what's happening with you?
This show has been so funny today.
What's going on? I see you in the chat room.
Cracking up.
How you feeling tonight?
Oh my God. I'm good. I'm having a good time.
That's
Y'all
good.
funny. Y'all like my second family.
That's facts. Now we all family. Now you know I had to call you because I think you gotta come close the show out. You know how you do.
All right.
All right, hold on 1 second before you do that. I'm gonna shout out these super chats and you can get busy from there. Shout outs. Let me shout out Jewel 512 with the super sticker. Thank you. Shout out to Armand Davis with the super sticker. Salute, King. Appreciate you. So, Peach, do you want to?
All right. So the last time I spoke to all of you guys, I told you that my husband always came back after him passing away. So I'm going to share a story with you as to how I found out that he knew that he was going to pass away at a young age. I'll say I was almost 20, and the daughter I told y'all about that saw him last when he died, my daughter, I was pregnant with her, but I didn't know she was a little girl or whatever. I just knew I was pregnant or whatever, and I went to see him, and I stayed a night at his house. And when I went to sleep, there was a man in my dream. He was a white guy. He had like this long hair. He looked like a throwback from like the Western age or whatever. And he was pacing in my dream, and he was like why do y'all keep doing this? Why they keep doing this or whatever? And I'm looking at the man. I said, by this time I'm so used to seeing spirits and ghosts. I'm like, well, who are you? And he grabbed me by the arm and he was like, I want to show you something. So he took me out on 4th Avenue, which is in East Orange or whatever. And he showed me myself. I was an older woman, and he showed me chasing after a boy and begging the boy, in which, today I know it's my son because the boy in the dream looks just like my son does now. And I'm chasing him up the road, and I'm like, please don't go. And he like, get off of me. I got to do this. And I look up, and I see his name spray painted all over the walls and stuff. And he goes to the Chinese store, starts shooting up the Chinese store. And the white guy says, see, this is why y'all can't keep doing this or whatever. And I had to keep coming for them. And I'm like, man, what are you talking about? He was like, I have to keep coming for the children of this family because of how they keep turning out. So I looked down and I said, oh, I'm having a boy. And he was like, no, it's not this child. That child is a girl. The next one is going to be a boy. And I'm going to have to come for him like I had to come for the other one. So he was just pacing. I'm trying to wake up. I can't. So then all of a sudden he said, you know what? I can end this now. And he put his hands around my neck and started choking me. So at that time, my husband heard me choking and gasping in my sleep. So he shook me up. I woke up and I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my God, what in the hell? I got to get out of here. I'm ready to go home. And he was like, well, what's wrong with you? I said, it was this crazy white man that was trying to choke me and kill me. And he was like, what did he look like? And I described him. I said, he had this long hair. He looks like he was out of a Western or whatever. And he said, that must be a boy that you have. And because that's the guy that comes to everybody in my family before they die. And he always said that he's going to kill us and he's coming for us and all of this stuff. And I seen him too. And he said he was going to take me. And he said it to my 2 brothers before they were shot to death. Now, M.Reck, the last 3 generations of his family, only one guy survives each generation. All of them get killed by gunshots, violence, all kinds of deaths and stuff. So let's fast forward. My son is 21 now, but when he was 19, I got up in the morning and I was sitting in my kitchen. He said, Mom, I saw my dad last night. And I said, you saw your dad? He was like, yeah, I saw my dad, Mom. Something happened. I said, well, what happened? He was like, I was laying in the bed and this white dude came in the room or whatever and said that he came for me or whatever and told me to come on. He said, I felt my spirit leaving out my body. And he said, then all of a sudden my father came in the room with me and he told me, it's all right, son, go back. And when he said go back, he said, I went back in my body and he proceeded toward the white man and I woke up out of my sleep. And that is my story about my husband. That's one of the stories of him coming back. He saved my son. My son said, Mommy, I wouldn't have been here if my dad wouldn't have came. And what's crazy is I said, what did your father look like, what you have on? Because I told y'all the last time my son was an arm baby when his father died. He said, he explained to me his dad had on exactly what I buried him in.
Wow. And what was that?
He had on a white suit with white shoes, his hair braided back. He said, my dad came in, he saved me, Mommy. He was like, and he described his voice and everything. Now, my son was too young to know his father's voice, anything about his dad.
Wow. That's definitely spooky. Wow. And Pete, I don't know, you something special. Man.
No, my family is, we all gifted in different ways. Empathic and all of those different things. Yeah. But my husband, he did a lot of different things. he's done some funny things when he came back, but he always come back to protect his family.
Got you. Salute to him. Rest in peace. Shouts to Kay Lynn. She said, "Who's the white man?"
I think the white man is probably one of their ancestors because his grandmother was mixed. That's probably one of their ancestors. I don't know, but every time I could tell you about the brother before he died, his brother, and it's so crazy because I didn't meet my husband until after his brother died. The last time I seen his youngest brother, he was like 14, 15 years old. He used to come sit on the porch and drink coffee and stuff and sit and talk to my grandfather. My grandfather used to say, "Oh, he's such a nice guy." And I would come out and he used to always say, "You should meet my brother." And I'm like, "I don't want to meet your brother." And I would say, "I don't want to meet Sean. I don't want to meet him." He like, "No, not him. You and my oldest brother will be so great." And I said, "Well, what you need to introduce me to?" And he said, "I don't know if that's going to happen because, I know I'm not going to be here." And we used to laugh at him like, "What? You ain't going to be here?" "No, I ain't going to be here. I done seen the white man. I ain't going to be here." And we used to laugh. But the last time I saw him, he came and sat with me, and it was in the summer right before my birthday. And he was like, "I ain't going to be here for long." And he left. And a couple hours later, he got shot up in a chicken shack like multiple times. They laid him out. They died terrible deaths.
Good Lord. Damn. Crazy. Peach, you remember that time when you called and you told me a story about I want to say a coworker being like a reptilian or had reptilian eyes?
Yeah.
What happened to that person or that reptile?
I never went back to the case, but I know she still works at the school with the same little boy. She still works there.
Wow. Hiding in plain sight.
Hiding in plain sight. But like I said, the only reason why I knew is because I could see through the contacts. Everybody else, she just looked regular. Me and the African dude. But nobody else didn't know.
Now, is that the first time you came into contact with one of those reptilians?
I came in contact with aliens before, but it wasn't. This one was a little different. This one I was younger, but it wasn't reptilian. It was more like, I know people want to believe that the aliens look like them gray, but no, they look actually black, but they have like elongated faces and the eyes and stuff is very spatial. It's like they look like us, but their head bigger and their eyes is a little further apart. But they do little glamoring things on people where you don't recognize them. I know my friend, when I saw her, she didn't recognize that. It was a mess. I could tell you about it if they want to know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hold on. Real quick, I need y'all to pound that like button. Get the likes up to 500. We still like at 411 likes. We got over 540 people in the room. Hold on. Let me shout out to everybody in the super chat. Give me like 30 seconds, Peach. It's a lot of super chats that I got to shout out. I didn't want to disturb you while you was telling your story. So let me go back to Tyson. Shouts to Tyson. He's roasting Jose. He said Jose the type to let Russell Simmons and Young Buck blindfold him and play hide the salami with him. Oh, man. Hold on. Shouts to Armaine Davis again on the super sticker. Shouts to Jose with the rebuttal. He said, I see G-String wearing Tyson changed his profile pic and took off the sports bra pic he had up. Shouts to Jose on the super chat and Tyson on the super chat. Thank y'all. And y'all roasting each other. Do what y'all do. Shouts to Armaine Davis again on the super chat, and then we got another Armaine Davis again on the super sticker. Salute, appreciate you, thank you, King. Know the ledge again. Said Reptilian box crazy. Now, this guy been talking about demon box, reptilian box. You out here, bro. You out here doing some spooky things, man. Let's see. Shouts to wow. Damn, I don't know if I can get this name. Peach, help me out here. I'm gonna have to. What's her name? Aisha. I don't know. Ashaya.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Is on the screen. Well, I'ma put the initials out there. ALB. Shouts to ALB. I don't wanna butcher up your name. Thank you on the super chat.
Is it Aisha?
Yeah, Aisha Lachey Bay. I can't get the first name, but salute to you. I appreciate you. So Peach, you can go into your story now. Sorry about that.
No, you good. All right. So this is I was in middle school, so I say about maybe 13, 12 or 13, around that age or whatever. I went to Hart Middle, near Whitney Houston old house. We used to walk past there. Oh, Whitney Houston lived there. That nonsense. But so I went to Hart Middle, and we had a half a day, and I had a very strict upbringing. My grandparents were strict. You go to school, you bring your butt home or whatever. So we had a half day, and I decided that I was going to hang out on Orton Parkway with my friend Zakia at her house. I'm like, I got time or whatever. My grandmother really didn't like me to hang at the bricks and the little bricks over there. So we went to her house, and she was like, oh, yeah, I want you to meet somebody or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. She was like, okay, well, let's go outside. So we came outside, and she went next door. They lived in the apartments right across the hall next door, and she went and got the girl. Now, I can't remember this girl name for nothing or whatever. So she come outside, and we sitting out there, we talking, we laughing or whatever. So all of a sudden, the girl started moving a little strange, and I'm looking like, why is she moving strange or whatever? So Zakia was like, let's play tag or whatever, and do that. Let's play tag. So I'm like, I don't want to play no tag. I think we kind of a little too old for tag or whatever. And the girl was like, what's tag? Like, what is tag? And we both started laughing or whatever. So we was trying to show her what it was. And so the girl was like, okay, well, when you hit the person and you run. So she tagged Zakia, and when she moved back, that's when I saw like her body move weird. And like I told you, it's like a glamour that they have. And as she was moving, it was like I could see like past the glamour. And I just was staring, and I jumped back, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? So Zakia was looking at me, and she was like, why is you acting like that? And I said, nah, it's something not right about her or whatever. So the girl was just staring at me, and I'm like, nah, it's something not right about you. What's wrong with you? Why you look like that? Now, like the glamour is like, when you look at it, at first it looks blurry, but then it stops being blurry, and you can actually see the face. And when I saw her face, her head, how can I describe it? Okay, you know how Moesha head is? It's big like that, but imagine her head like the forehead bigger, and the eyes is further apart. And her arms started to look longer than what it was. And the braids looked like it was like further back.
Damn.
So I was like, nah, Doc, I can't. I'm not dealing with her. I'm not. Something wrong with her. So I just kept telling her, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to go home. Something wrong with her. And Zakia was like, nah. What is wrong with you? Why you acting like that? I'm like, because it's something wrong with this girl. So the girl started getting upset or whatever, and her mom runs out, and her mom like, yo, she's really like real tall and has the same face like her and the same elongated arms and stuff. And I was like, you know what, Zakia, I'm out. I'm not doing this. So I grabbed all my stuff and I left. So I got home and I was like, yo, Grandma, I was so shook. I was like, Grandma, I got out of school early. I'm sorry. I went over to Zakia's house. I seen this girl. It was something wrong with her. She looked different. And my grandmother was like, well, what does she look like? And so I started explaining it to her. And I was like, I left because it made me feel uncomfortable. So my grandmother, again, she was like me or whatever. She was like, well, did she say anything negative towards you? I said, no. She said, did she do anything to you? I said, no. She said, well, then if they didn't do anything to you and they didn't say anything negative to you, then why did you act like that? And I was just standing there and I said, because there's something wrong. Them people they wasn't human or whatever. I know they not human. So I said, you know what? When I get back, the next day, I'm not walking to school with her because I don't want to deal with them or whatever. I'm not dealing with none of that. So I walked to school. I got there. I left Zakia. I walked completely past her house. I didn't want to deal with it. So I'm in school and she in school or whatever. So lunchtime, she sat next to me. And she said, yo, what happened? You know, why you didn't come get me for school? And I said, you already know why. And she was like, well, I said, because I don't want to deal with that girl. There's something wrong with her and her mother. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, the neighbor that lived next door to you, the girl that came out with the big head and stuff. And I told you that she wasn't human and there's something wrong with her face and something wrong with her and her mother. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. There is nobody that lived next door to me. I said, stop playing. She was like, when we get out from school, I'm going to show you. So we got out of school. We walked to her house. And the house next door to her, where they was at, was vacant. Like the windows was boarded up. All of that was vacant. She was like, I told you ain't nobody staying there. I don't even know why you acting like that. And I was like, no, you don't remember yesterday? She was like, no, you wasn't even over here yesterday. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm leaving because something ain't right. Something ain't right about this. So I went home and I went in the house. And my grandmother was like, well, how was your day? And I was like, I don't know, something what didn't go right. And she said, did you see the girl and her mom that you saw the day before? And I said, Grandma, nobody was in that house. Zakia, nobody don't remember. I said, you remember this? And she said, yeah, you came home and you said that you saw some strange looking girl, like an alien girl. I said, Grandma, no one's at that house. Zakia don't remember. Nobody don't remember none of it. But I told myself that day, if I ever ran into a person like that, instead of running from them, I'm going to grab them and get them to tell me the truth because I know that I'm not crazy. And that's why I gave you the story about me grabbing the reptilian one. Because I didn't want to be crazy.
Wow. Man, Paige, you had so many experiences with, I guess, the supernatural and different beings. How do you cope? How do you cope with it all?
My family has always been a support system. A lot of people can't cope because you have family members and other people telling you you're crazy and stuff. But when you have a family that believe in the supernatural and is accepting of you, then you don't grow up with all those issues. You're not afraid. When you hear that bump in the night, you're not running and jumping. You know, I was taught how to deal with those kinds of things.
So let me ask you this though. Say like a movie like Sixth Sense, right? You saw that movie before, right?
Yep.
So when a little boy was like, I see dead people, could you relate to that? Or that's
Yes, I can relate to it wholeheartedly. I love that movie.
Wow.
It made me feel like, it's not just me and my family, and looking at that, I could tell that was a culmination of different stories. Whoever wrote that got stories from other people and kind of like pieced that together. You could tell that was realistic.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite movies too. Every time I watch it, excuse me, every time I watch it, like definitely from the first time, you know how the hairs on your back stand up? You get those goosebumps on your neck and your back. Yeah.
Yep.
I get that. Especially when he be like, I see dead people. And see the cold mist. You see the cold mist coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, that is true. When they are in the room or whatever, you do get, depending on who it is, you'll get extremely cold. You'll get cold. Sometimes I have, but sometimes, mostly when it's like family or someone, I don't. I don't know if that's recognition, like gene recognition or soul recognition of them. But if it's somebody that I don't, it be cold, And a lot of times when I move into homes, I have to put up barriers and stuff because once they know that you can hear them or you can see them or whatever, they want to talk to you.
Wow. So when they want to talk to you, like, does this happen like while you sleep or does this happen like random throughout the day?
They're both. Like a lot of times, if someone comes over, people have attachments. And they may have something they want to say, and they'll kind of, bug you to get you to tell them the message. I've had that happen a lot. I don't know what, especially during the pandemic. It seemed like during the pandemic, I don't know what happened with that, but the spirits have been running, the ancestors, all these spirits been running rampant. And it was like everybody that came to my threshold had some type of attachment to them.
Wow, that's deep. Peach, you know what I'm going to do one day? I'm going to officially interview you and ask you a whole bunch of questions because I got so many questions that I need answers to, and I know the people. So we're gonna do a Spooky Hours live with Peach edition where you not just telling stories, but also just being interviewed. And maybe I could have the callers call up and ask you different questions about some of your experiences.
They can. I mean, not to say that I got all the answers.
Yeah.
I'm not like the demon hunter and all of that kind of stuff.
You're not the demon slayer. Shouts to my man Wiz.
Yeah.
He said he's the demon slayer. We're gonna have to call Wiz up.
Yeah, I'm not him. I mean, for the most part, I don't know. I can tell you that from a young age, my grandmother told me that, remember I told you my grandfather was a witch doctor, the one that came and left. I was raised by my aunt and uncle. She said that he put like a voodoo tie on us so that some things ain't going to be able to come as close. So I probably wouldn't see, because she said I got like a protection barrier, and that will probably explain why when things try to come after me or come against me, it don't go well for that party or whatever.
Wow, that's deep. Well, Peach, I appreciate you once again, always coming through with some incredible stories, and just you being a part of the Wreck Moth family. You in the chat room bugging out, laughing, and that's what the show is about, man. It's all love and family, and get a good laugh, but at the same time, we can all tell our eerie stories, spooky stories, and get a laugh out of it as well.
Well, I could give y'all a laughing one.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that next week, because we want to.
All right.
Matter of fact, you call in top of the show with that one. We want to save that one for next week. I appreciate you. I need everybody to hit the like button. We got Peach. Peach, let them know. I see you got Peach Entertainment, so let them know about your brand real quick and how they can contact
they
you.
ain't gonna like my brand.
Why not?
They ain't gonna like it. Y'all not ready for that piece of it yet.
They rocking with you. They already rocking with your brand on MRecktv and Spooky Hours. So, just let them know more about it if you can real quick. Pound that like button, y'all.
But my brand, and y'all not gonna like it because it's a lot of y'all are probably homophobic, but I run I have a nonprofit for LGBT people. And little do people know that it's just not about it's not all about your orientation, meaning who you have sex with. Within that community are identities. And which trans is an identity, intersex is a identity that I would encourage everybody in the chat to kind of look into, because we believe that as humans we exist in a binary, which is female and male, when actually there are people that walk this earth that are both. And it's some women that have attributes and hormones and things of that nature that are masculine, and there are males that have a lot of estrogen. So we don't function in the binary part of it, and it's a spiritual connotation to those things. So like I said, the chat probably not really ready to deal with that, because we still on that two-dimensional with, these are gay people and fun boys and stuff, but it's a lot deeper. It's a lot of hormones that go with that. It's a lot of different things. And like I said, with the intersex people, one of the telltale signs, because the government does not share that with our mothers and fathers, if you're a woman that has difficulty with conceiving or giving birth, I would say go ahead and go and see if you can speak to someone and have them test your hormone levels, or just have a health screening, because you might be intersex. People aren't in the binary like that.
Got you. Yeah, that's a little different, but I support you, you know what I mean? That's a little different, you know what I mean? That's but you open up my mind, because you said people are born with different type of hormones and stuff like that. See, I look at it like this. Now, when people are born with different hormones and their body is different, that's different from somebody who was born a man and they want to be a girl. To me, like that, to me, I don't know how to put it, but I think that's that's a mental thing. That's because then you got some women that be like, well, men, all they did was cheat on me, so I'm gonna just deal with women. So that's a whole different mindset. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand it. I understand what you're saying, but if I was to take it to that, see, the problem with our society is because they took the spiritual aspects out of it. If you look into different cultures, such as like the Indian culture, they had a thing called the two-spirited thing. And what that entails is you are born a certain, like your body is just a suit, like a space suit or a jogging suit or whatever, and you put it on. But say if your soul is masculine, or you lived a couple lifetimes masculine, and then imagine M.Reck masculine, and then you're reborn and you're stuck inside of a woman's body, but your soul and your mind and your heart, because you lived all those lifetimes, is masculine. You probably still have residue from that time. Remember, I told you I reincarnated. I was a guy before. But I got sense enough to know, because of how I was raised, because some of the people in my family are Indian, to understand what that is. Because they took spiritual aspects from us, we don't understand that. You can't tell that trans person that, this go around in this lifetime, yes, you probably was a girl several lifetimes, and you got residue from that time, but now you have to be the boy. You're a boy now. And you probably got to reconcile that until death and rebirth, and hopefully you'll get back in that body that you're accustomed to having. See, we take all of that stuff away. I encourage everybody to look up Two-Spirited. It may sound crazy to you because you never heard it, but look into it.
You know, the way you explained it, like, I get it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't fully agree with it because, I mean, you know, I'm on what I'm on, but I kind of like, I'm more open-minded to it because you said Two-Spirited. So, and I get it, reincarnation. Like, it's like you leave one body and then you in a whole nother body, but you might have been here as a woman before, but now your spirit is in another body that's, you know, a man.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand that. Like if we gonna deal with the spirit, then that's a whole nother level. You know what I mean? So I definitely get it on that note. But if you're dealing with the physical, you ain't gonna be able to.
You ain't gonna get it.
You ain't gonna get it. So when you dealing with the spiritual, I get it. You know what I mean? And you know, like I'm still learning. So, but at the same time, I ain't gonna front. I'm an alpha male, so I stand on what I stand on. But you know, I get it.
You're fine, and you're alpha male because you probably lived so many lifetimes as a male, and you didn't have that experience. And again, you could have been a female, but you don't remember that. And again, we could solve a lot of problems if we looked at the world in a more spiritual way, the way our ancestors did. I mean, people like trans people and intersex people, which y'all call hermaphrodites, existed since the beginning of the time. They were your oracles. Oracles were people that were two-spirited people. You had to walk the line.
Wow. That's
to
deep.
be able to see and hear. But these are things that's taken out of our culture. It's things that we don't get taught. If you saw them that way, you may not think they're sick. You probably say, okay, well, you having a spiritual crisis.
Nah, definitely. You know, like, this is a thing though, because you know, people know with me, I always, you know, like when the fun boys call up or whatever, you know, I got my jokes and all that because I stand on what I stand on, you know, with that masculine energy. But at the same time, I'm gonna say this: I'm not on that frequency. So, you know what I mean? But maybe, you know what I'm saying, I can open my mind up later on in life. But from what I see, from what, you know, it's I feel like some people just play off it because they might feel like, well, you know what, I didn't like how females is treating me, so I'm gonna go the other route. And I disagree with that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I think some people just play off. Oh, I could play I could play for another team because I ain't get accepted.
Some people do take advantage of pain. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's maybe a perk for them. But then it's people that are really struggling with being in these meat suits. I mean, let's look at suicide. That's a struggle with being in the meat suit. That's a spiritual struggle with yourself. You know, that's a soul that wants to get out of this meat suit. They're tired of this one existence. We're spiritual people. We are not these bodies.
Yeah, that's deep though. So we gonna leave that right there, right where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people, I don't want them, you know, getting spooked in a whole different way. Like, you know, but my thing is, when I really rock with somebody, I try to be open-minded as much as I can. You know, I'm definitely gonna always be me, but I try to be open-minded. And I appreciate you, you know, expressing that.
Yeah.
Cause you kind of knew off the rip. You said, yeah, they ain't gonna be open-minded to my brand. So, you know.
Yeah, and I respect that. I mean, but for the people that is open-minded, this is what I do. I help people become allies and gain understanding of things, and I've helped a lot of people. Again, at the end of the day, we are all here to connect and unite and to be in a space of love, no matter what the other person does or what that looks like. That has no bearing on you. Only thing we should be doing is just being true humanitarians and loving one another and dismantling this system. All of that stuff is a divide. It's all a divide. We're all human beings.
Definitely. So, Peach, appreciate you once again. You enjoy your night, and then next week you can call at the top of the show with that funny story you have.
Okay.
All right.
I will.
I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Peace. Salute to everybody on the check-in. See, I don't want y'all to get too spooked, but we got to give everybody their respect. You understand? Like, y'all know where I stand on, but I rock with Peach. At the same time, we might have different views on different perspectives on that because she's dealing with it on a whole different level from a spiritual aspect. But just know this show ain't gonna never change. But you see how I rock with all the callers. You see homie that was long-winded. Let's just take it somewhere else. Homie that was long-winded, the homie James Williams. You know what I'm saying? I let him rock. You know what I mean? Because I try to give everybody that same respect. And I just want people to know it's all about respect, regardless of what. I don't rock with the other side. And I ain't got, you know what I mean? That's what they do. That's what they do. I ain't got nothing against them, but I play for the team I'm playing for. You dig? So we're going to leave it as that. And shouts to Jerry Carr. That's the homie, always showing love. And made a great point. He said a man is a man in the spirit realm before he is conceived in the womb. You understand? Like, for me, I just feel like a lot of people, psychologically, they play off that whole playing for the other team because they got, I guess disrespected or got done wrong. So they feel like, yo, you know what? Because think about it, right? With women, let's just go with women. I know women that was straight up, straight. But they got done wrong by dudes time and time after again. And now they went gay for like a few years. And then now they doubling back. Because they know they only did that because they felt like, you know what? I'm getting cheated on, so I might as well play for the other team. And when they felt that the other team couldn't really give them everything they wanted, they double back because they know that man and woman connection, that's the real connection. You dig? So, that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to get too deep, but y'all know what I'm saying, right? But yo, God bless everybody. Some people just call it for what it is. Homie just said mental problems. And I kind of look at it like that. Like, I feel like outside of, like, some people are born with more hormones than other people. But for the most part, if you was born a man and you want to be a girl for any reason, I think that's a mental health problem, and vice versa as a woman. Like, be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in a body and you know you're a woman and your body shows that you're a woman, be a woman. Vice versa. If you're a man and you was born a man, be a man. All right? Don't be a fun boy. All jokes aside. But now if you born spiritually in a different way, double spirited, like Peach was saying, that's something different, I guess. And that's something I have to do my homework with. But on that note, I'm off this. I just wanted to build with y'all why I had the type of dialogue I had with Peach tonight, just to kind of give it more of a wider perspective than what what I allow on this show, because I don't even, y'all know how I rock. So on that note, I appreciate everybody tapping in. I'm off this spooky hours once again, episode 54, another successful joint. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Thank you once again. The Spooky Hours series is coming soon. The cinematic TV series coming soon. And I'm off this, y'all. Thank you. Peace. Double deuces and bubble gooses. Shouts to SJ. Thank you. And shouts to everybody that sent in a super chat and cash app. Matter of fact, somebody said one more. Hold on, what Foxy said? Let me see. Hold on. Somebody said one more. I think a few people was calling too. Let me see. Who's this? Okay. Let me see. Let me go to the missed calls. 1 second. Shouts to Jerry Carr the third on the super chat. Thanks, King. I'm trying to get y'all another story. Hold on. I'm gonna go to another caller. Trying to get everybody to fair shake.
M.Reck, what's good, bro?
Stacks with the facts. What's happening, bro? What's happening?
The deal, man?
Everything good, man. We in the overtime, spooky hours overtime. Everybody pound that like button because we in overtime right now. I had to call you back, King.
Yeah, definitely when in the spooky hours overtime. Shout out to my homie M.Reck and the whole M.Reck, the Reck mob, man, all of that.
Salute, King. Talk to me, man. What's up? You got a story for us?
Well, actually, my girl got a story again, but she acted like she don't want to tell it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I actually hold on. So I forgot I even sent you that email. Like this, the email when I said I had a spooky story to tell.
The voicemail, yeah.
Well, yeah, I said the email, the voicemail.
Yeah,
man. I was thinking about last week, but you know what I'm saying. I had left you another voicemail not too long ago because I wanted to kind of expound on what Peach was talking about a little bit, though. But you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, you want to go there?
I mean, if unless I mean, I don't mind.
I mean, just don't get too spooky with it, man. Just if you, because a couple of people was a little spooked out. You know what I mean, in the chat room. Nah,
but you want to know something though, though? That's good though, man, because people need to be put up on game about this stuff because we've been led to believe that this stuff is fake and it's not real. One of those sayings is that the greatest thing the devil ever did was convincing people that he didn't exist, man. So you know what I mean. So we gotta understand people be getting spooky though, but I think that's good that people be getting spooked out because that's letting you also know that people are starting to maybe have these experiences or maybe they're you know what I'm saying, having a recollection of experiences that they had when they were younger, maybe, because most of this stuff happened when we was children, and it's coming to them now that they listen to spooky hours, and they happen to deal with the reality of what they actually was experiencing, what they probably told themselves they wasn't, but now they're like, oh, nah, I wasn't just tripping. I really did experience that. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. No doubt, King. But yeah, my brother, I appreciate you calling in.
You already know, M.Reck, man.
I'm not gonna put too much energy into that, only because not that I'm not open minded, only because I'm not on that frequency, like just in general, and I'm not knowledgeable of that type of mind state and that perspective of things. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm standing on what I'm standing on. But salute to Peach and everybody who, doing what they do amongst that type of time.
Right. I definitely respect that because I'm coming from the same way too, man. I was born a man. I'm a die a man. I wasn't a woman in a past life or none of that stuff like that. I've been a man my whole entire existence, even when I didn't know it. You know.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. I feel like
for real.
I feel like I was born a man. If I was here before, I was a man 10 times before, and then when I pass on, I'm gonna come back as a man.
Right. Well, I got a spooky story that I was gonna tell though. You know what I'm saying? I could make it real brief. It's you know, since it's the experience I had from when I was a young boy, one of my homeboys, Nino. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My homeboy Nino. You know what I'm saying? We've been friends for like about going on 30 years. And we had this experience. We had a lot of experiences together, but this one experience right here, you know what I'm saying, was real for me because we was literally both there when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Now back in the day, I'm from a neighborhood in my city, Columbus, Ohio, called Agri Green. And my boy Nino, he lived all the way in the back of the complex. I lived at the front of the complex, but he lived all the way in the back, so I had to walk back to his house. And so we was friends, so I used to stay out of his house a lot. He used to stay at my house a lot. And one night we was staying out of his house, and we was playing Sega Genesis. Just to let you know how old this is back in the day. We was playing Sega Genesis. We was playing Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis.
Wow, I remember that.
You feel me? We used to sit up and play that all night. And we smoking weed, we blowing trees, young boys blowing trees, and we playing a game. And we sitting there playing a game, and we sit up for a minute smoking. So we about to go to sleep. So we decided we just gonna cut the game off before we was gonna lay it down and doze off. And I hear my boy Nino, like I don't know how much time passed, but so when I was staying out of his house, I would just sleep downstairs on the couch, and he just would go to his room. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what he did. But I don't know how much time passed, but I just hear upstairs. I just hear my nigga Nino screaming and yelling like just basically cussing like what the f. I'm like, and it woke me up. I'm like, what's going on? And he coming downstairs. But he's coming downstairs backwards. He's walking downstairs backwards.
Say word.
You understand what I'm saying? He's walking downstairs backwards, and he's yelling like he's yelling at something or somebody. But I'm kind of groggy waking up, so I can't make it out. But when I came to, all the way aware from being asleep, it was and I know what I'm about to say. Some people are gonna think I'm making this up. But I wish my boy Nino was here because he could tell the story better. But as I'm waking up, M.Reck, it's like best way I could describe it is an entity. You know what I'm saying? And it was coming down the steps, and when I seen it, I'm like, oh, that's what he's yelling at. But as the thing is coming down the steps, it's coming down the steps slow. But you know what I'm saying? It's coming down the steps slow, and when I tell you, he's walking down the step backwards. So he's walking down the step backwards, and this entity is coming down the steps real slow. And he had grabbed the strap from underneath the couch. It was like a little round chair couch. I wish I could describe it to you, but it's like a little. Remember how my couch was at my old crib, that little triangle one? It was one of those, and he had the strap underneath there. You know what I'm saying? So he grabbed the gun, he cocked it back, and he started shooting at this entity. You hear me? The gun was not firing. You know what I'm saying? This entity literally passed through Nino. You hear me? Real talk. Nino will tell you, passed through him and went out the front door. Right? But the front door didn't open, though. It walked like straight through the door. So Nino turned around. He opened up the door, and as the entity walking out, he started shooting a gun, and it went off again like, fly. You know what I mean? It just was real spooky, man. And I know people probably listening like I'm making out
spooky.
I love M.Reck. I would not call in here on BS.
You know what's ill, because I don't think you really ever really called. I think you called like on behalf of your girl on spooky hours, but you never really called, trying to tell a spooky story and troll and nothing like this. But the story you telling, I can actually, see the whole. I can see all the visuals, like you're painting a good picture. So it sounds authentic. So salute.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, this is an actual story. I wish my boy Nino was here because he could tell the story a lot better, because he actually experienced this entity, like, literally walk through his body and go out the front door of his apartment.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's just a little spooky story I got right there, just to say, like, man, our reality is being invaded by different entities from we don't know where they from, man. And a lot of people is experiencing this stuff, and you know, it's happening so much now that a show like Spooky Hours is out, and people is like I said, and where people is like, damn, I thought I was tripping when I had that experience, but nah, somebody else did. And you know what I'm saying? By just listening to some stories, and that just brings some clarity to people, or, you know, bring some closure or peace to them or something, you know what I mean? So it's very therapeutic. That's the word. It's therapeutic and cathartic too, man.
I appreciate it, good brother, man. So Stacks with the facts, man. Thanks for calling, man. Great story. And you know, let's build on the next live.
Oh, you already know, man. Everybody enjoy the rest of their morning or evening or whatever, man. I'll holler at you, M.Reck.
All right, my brother. Salute. So do me a favor, y'all. If you just now tapping in the room, I see some new people. Pound that like button. This is Spooky Hours. We is in the overtime of Spooky Hours. The trolls starting to come in, so let me block them. You see, when you start seeing these guys, they gotta get blocked. Yeah. So pound that like button, get the likes up. Let's get it up over 500. Still over 500 people in the room. Let me take another caller. Somebody text me and said they got a good story, so let me hit them up. Let me see. I see. I'm calling people back. They ain't picking up. Let's see. Peace.
Hello. Peace. M.Reck, what's going on with you?
What's going on, fam? You call Spooky Hours, right?
Yeah. I called.
Okay. You say you got a spooky story?
Yeah, I got a quick one for you, bro.
All right, let's get it.
All right. My uncle passed last week, man.
Oh, wow. My condolences, King.
Yeah, it's all good. What tripped me out is, my mom talked to me and she was like, well, the last thing he told me was that he was tired of being in pain every day. Like he had like quadruple heart bypass surgery, on his heart. So he told her he was tired of living. He was tired of living every day being in pain. So he ended up waking up one night, couldn't breathe. By the time the ambulance came, he fell dead. Anyway, moving forward, they brought him back to life like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But what pissed me off was, M.Reck, and excuse my French, like soon as he died though, like my family went to his house looking for his belongings and shit, right?
Man.
They couldn't find, what they was looking for. Some of them was looking for pistols. Some of them was looking for money. Other ones looking for insurance policies, all that shit. Excuse my language. But I got another uncle who stayed there. He had polio. He really can't stay by himself, so I've been staying down there with him. And he tell me my uncle didn't sleep in the bed. He slept on the couch. So I'm like, well, I think I'm going to sleep in the bed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect his space and where he was. You know what I mean? So I sleep in the bed. I sleep in his bed and stuff. So I'm sitting there one night and I'm in the bedroom, but I'm hearing something moving in the front room, and I'm like, what's going on? I didn't bring my sage. I like the sage stuff. I like the sage houses, and, I'm into all of that protection and stuff. So I'm hearing like footsteps and stuff going on in the front, but I'm knowing ain't nobody in here but me and my uncle, right? My uncle who got polio. So I'm getting up. I get my firearm to go in here to check out what's going on. The dog is barking outside. And ain't nobody in the front, ain't nobody outside. But I noticed the couch that he laid on, it was indented like somebody had just sat on the couch. Had been on the couch from the footsteps to the indentions. And then what's really tripped out though, M.Reck, is the next morning somebody else came to the house looking for one of his firearms. So I'm sitting here and I'm talking, I'm asking him like, I'm talking to my uncle. I know he can hear me. I feel him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, where you hide your stuff at? And I heard a voice telepathically. I went right to it, M.Reck. Everybody had went through the house, then tore the house up, couldn't find it. And I went exactly to where it was, no problem. Everything that they had been looking for, I found in the house in a matter of days, because my uncle showed me and told me where it was. But I got to take my sage. I got to take my sage down there next time I go stay with it, man, because I can't be waking up to footsteps and all that every night, man.
That's deep, man. That was definitely spooky, my brother.
Spooky!
Great story, man. I ain't gonna front. What's your name, homie? I'ma lock you in.
I'm Sean from Arkansas, bro.
Sean from Arkansas, man. I'ma lock you in, man, because you got some storytelling skills, man. And this your first time on the show, right?
Nah, I was the one called about his mom being abducted, M.Reck.
Oh, yeah, nah. Oh, I definitely gotta lock you in. That was a dope story too. Salute.
I appreciate you, brother. Salute, man.
Salute.
Appreciate you.
All right. Man, I appreciate you, man. So, like, the stuff that your uncle, I guess, gave to you, like, what was it though, if you don't mind mentioning?
Like, they was out, they was trying to find his insurance papers. They couldn't find him. They was looking for his firearms. They couldn't find him neither, M.Reck. I found all of it. I was led to the insurance papers. They tore his truck up. I went right to him in the trunk. They was looking for his guns. They tore the closets and stuff up. I went right to him in the closet. But like I say, I got to take my sage back down there. If people don't, energy is forever, y'all. Y'all don't think energy is forever? When your body go back in that ground, your energy is forever.
That's deep.
It's forever.
Facts.
It's constant. It's constant.
Facts. So
that'll never go nowhere.
I know them family members is mad at you that you found what they was looking for.
What? They don't even know.
Oh,
y'all
the
only ones know.
Oh, they
don't know.
Okay, shit. They might be listening to the show. You know what I mean?
Nah, they don't. They ain't into this type of stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't where I'm at in my they ain't on the same frequency as me anyway.
I got
so
you.
They ain't gonna be interested in none of this. But yeah, man, y'all be mindful, stay protected, man. Y'all be careful who you let in your house.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up where you go, whoever you believe in. The frequency of love is the highest frequency anyway. Y'all just vibe high, man. Y'all stay safe.
No doubt. Yo, Sean, man, hold it down, King.
No problem, brother. You do the same, I say.
Yes, sir. So do me a favor, y'all, man. Pound that like button. At least get it to 500. God damn, before the show end. And make sure y'all repost the live and share this live. All right? Hit up the like button. Hit up the subscribe. Shouts to SJ. Salute to the Rec Mob. Salute to everybody that tapped in. Everybody that called up. Everybody that donated through the Super Chat, Cash App, PayPal. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Everybody that called up with a dope story. Shouts to Peach and everybody else. And on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses. Y'all got almost 3 hours of spooky hours tonight. All right? 48 or 49 minutes. All right? Appreciate y'all. So y'all got a blessing tonight on the first. Now's the second. So I'm off this, y'all. I'm gone. Let me find my intros. Shouts to Jose. Oh, matter of fact, let me shout out the people in the super chat. There's people who drop super chats. Did I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, I know I highlighted them, but if I missed you, shouts to the homie Armand Davis again. He been showing a lot of love. Dropped maybe 10 super chats and more. And Tyson, Jose, Jerry Carr the third, everybody who, show love, appreciate y'all, all right? So I'm off this. Okay, y'all got the likes over 500. Appreciate y'all. Once again, I'm gone. Let me get my outro, rather. And I'm off this. I can't even find my outro. What is it? Oh, damn it. Oh man, where's the outro? God damn it. I'm looking crazy right now. Okay, I got it.